This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Previously on the D&D Podcast, Tarek and the Head Smashers had stolen the Horde of the Dragon Queen away from the Cult of the Dragon. They were then summoned down to Waterdeep to form an alliance with the Council. They were tasked with gathering the masks of the Dragon Queen to try and prevent Tiamat from being brought up from the Nine Hells. Their adventure sent them around the Sword Coast, from the frozen oceans in the north to the jungles in the south, to deserts and tombs, all to gather the masks of the Dragon Queen. In the end, the group gathered an alliance made up of elves, humans, dragons, and even the undead from Fae. At the Dragon Well, a massive battle erupted. They were running out of time, however. Tiamat was just mere seconds away from pushing through the boundaries, the pencil-thin line between hell and the material plane. In the end, the group came together and defeated their enemies, and Tiamat was kept in hell forever.
It's a short rest.
Yeah. So we are back for season 3. And before we actually kick it off, I think one thing we should do as a group is, first of all, welcome in our new member, Brendan, by picking out his mini that he's going to use.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we should let him decide. But choose that.
Look through this miscellaneous grab bag of Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
There's some Star Wars D&D monsters.
Yeah. Nailed it. First try.
Which one? Boom.
Yeah,
Which one?
He's got a blaster and what looks like a red lightsaber.
Oh, there you go. I actually have neither of those things.
Goals.
Yeah.
But as we come back for season 3, let us go back over our introduction of characters. We'll go starting with Tom around the table. What's your name and what character do you play? And maybe a little brief history, like a quick 3-second history.
Hey, this is Tom. I'm playing Tarek Whiteclaw. You may remember me from such adventures as Tarek and the Head Smashers. He identifies himself as Tarek Whiteclaw, the Bard of Destiny, the Metal Bard, the Slayer of Dragons, and reigning champion of Tarek.
It's true. That's an indisputable fact.
Pixar didn't happen.
This is an audio podcast.
Pix or it didn't happen. And in this first image, you can see 2 side classes. All right, James.
Yes, I'm James, playing Pela, the halfling monk dedicated to balance and harmony. She's been through a lot with this group and feels like they're in a good place to really get out in the world and do some good, even though she's not really seeking good. She's more like seeking neutral. Maybe that's the problem now. There's too much good happening and Pela has to stop it.
Oh, jeez.
We'll see.
That kind of makes you a sociopath.
No, I just have a specific
Must be balanced.
Trevor.
I'm Trevor. I play Hawk, a financially genius death machine.
Yeah, Machine of Death is accurate.
Basically, you should be in Deathclaw because the 2 things you're good at are slaughter and negotiating contracts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very simple goals for Hawk.
Death money.
Kill.
We call him Hawk Death Money.
Make money.
Death money.
Funny enough,
Also, I guess find sentient swords is also a high priority in Fox.
Very much in love with demon soul infused swords.
Hey, don't be racist. It was a dragon soul.
Oh, dragon soul. Sorry, dragon soul. The black dragon. Yes. And general craziness. Also, I also play Lady Hawkalina, who's not related at all to Hawk and is a different person entirely. And I look forward to reuniting with my good friend Horselina later in the future.
All right, Miles.
Miles, I play Vondel Loder, cleric of Pelor. He is a man who had not always followed the light of Pelor. Arrived at the monastery a broken man after a life of crime.
That always comes through for us in a pinch.
And is the I'm the door opener and also the lifesaver of everybody. Although after our PvP session, I've learned that I no longer have to save Hawk, because apparently he just comes back to life on his own.
Many times.
Many times. Multiple times.
So I learned something.
You're like that gunfighter in Tombstone who just won't die after you shoot it.
It's only a flesh wound.
And Vondel is very concerned about the dark world of Thay, the dark undead kingdom of Thay, And
Yeah, we gave him some Dracula.
They're excellent hosts. I think they're going to do gangbusters in the tourism business.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of undead magics.
Also, a lot of undead dragons they seem to have acquired.
Oh, yeah, so many that we gave them. Just gave them, everybody.
It's not like we raised them and handed them over.
Hey.
They did all the work.
Hey, like Rob Stark, we really needed that bridge, guys.
It's true.
By the way, the Thaans send their regards.
Oh, this is exactly how it's going to go down.
And our newest player, because Evan unfortunately is gone into real life character creation.
Yep.
He's going to become
Unfortunately.
It depends on how it turns out.
Evan is having a baby.
Yes.
Hi, Lisa.
well.
think we
Sad
can
news
run
for
it.
the D&D group. Good news for
Yes.
the world in general, as we have another super nerd being brought in. Which by the time this comes out, he should be 2 or 3 months into.
Oh my God.
Being
Oh,
a
man.
daddy at that
That's
point.
crazy.
Smokes.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah. So Evan, we love you. Thank you so much for playing. We
Yay.
hope you come back soon.
Yay.
And
Lucy does run away forever.
at
He
least
just kind of he went to sleep one night, and when we got up in the morning, his bed was empty.
But we do have an awesome replacement. You may recognize him from the Talking Crit podcast. It is Brendan to come in with a new. We're going to keep your character a little bit secret, so you can do your own.
Oh, introduce in game.
Okay, I'm down with
that.
Some of that role playing I've heard so much about.
Wait, where's that in the book?
It's a very brief chapter at the start. So, are you guys ready to get into season 3?
Yes.
Of the Vault of Wonder?
I'm pretty excited.
Vault of Wonders.
All right, so it has been about a year since your last coming together. You've kind of gone
Since
off
we
to
saved the world
Since
from
we
the
saved the
Dragon
world.
Queen Tiamat.
save the world from ultimate doom and destruction. You've all gone off on your various own journeys and paths, except for Tarek. You stayed inside Waterdeep to run an epic show of the recounting of the epic ballad
Yeah.
of the show, met to moderate good reviews.
Tarek,
Did it make back its money? Because he
Yeah.
went way over budget.
It did not.
I use 67% of the horde that we captured.
Wow.
You have 23% of that.
On the plus side, the economy in Waterdeep has been greatly stimulated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Funny enough, insurance claims for worker comp has also gone skyrocketed during the construction of the palisade.
It's a bold-faced lie. Everything was to spec and double-checked and triple-checked. I checked.
What's your intelligence score again?
0.
That makes a lot of sense.
So you've all been sent off, or you've all been following your own paths, trying to figure out your own lives for the years past, and you've all received invitations to come back for the year-long anniversary celebration of the Battle of the Dragon Soul, or the Battle of the Dragon Realm. You've come back into Waterdeep exactly 1 year to the date of you guys coming back from being champions and saving the world from the Forgotten Realms from certain doom and destruction. And you've noticed that
There's obviously a huge parade in all
there
of our
actually
honor.
is not. The world has gone on. It seems that saving the world is great for a couple of months and then it kind of fades into memory. You get
If you keep bringing it up after that, you're just kind of being a dick.
we get it.
Okay, all right, we get it.
Yeah, what have you done for me
Thanks.
lately?
We owe you our
We
lives.
go
all right,
through
whatever.
like 3 apocalypse a year.
Did you not see what just happened with the Giants? Plug for Storm King's Thunder.
Wait, there are other adventurers out there?
It's true. So you've come back. The Council of Waterdeep has decided to throw another extravagant dinner for you at night. You've all come back in the morning time. They've gotten rooms for you at your most favored inn,
Oh no.
the brass ring, where nothing ever happens.
Except for that one time.
Actually, nothing's ever happened at the brass ring.
Really? I thought we got in a fight there.
No, that was the Styx Oarsman. That's gone. That's
Yeah,
just-
that was leveled. That was
That's
very to the ground.
that was completely level.
Very dark.
But the skies are blue. It's a crisp autumn morning. And what happens in the years of becoming heroes? What does it mean to be a hero? And what happens when the people start to lose track, or the average Joe the haberdasher doesn't seem to be affected by the world events of epic, time-altering or reality-altering heroes? So you will find yourselves inside the brass ring, moderately busy. It's pretty quiet. As we'll start off with Tarek and Vondel walking into the tavern door.
Are we aware of each other?
Oh yeah.
Do I have to roll?
Roll stealth.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's like, oh shit, I don't want to talk to Derek.
Oh god.
I read those reviews.
Oh,
This
he
is
saw me. Oh, we made eye contact. Oh god.
secondhand embarrassment.
All right, so yeah, I don't know. So Tarek just, I guess, kind of walks in and just puts his arm around Vondel's shoulder. I was like, hey buddy, well, it's good to see you. Anyway, about my show.
It's also good to see you. Let's not talk about the show. The show, I saw it last year. It was very historically accurate, Tarek.
No.
And I don't really want to discuss the show.
No, okay, that's valid. But like right now, this kind of thing's happening. I mean, the workers' comp thing is just really bugging me. I don't know. I think I need a drink. How about you want to get a drink? We can talk about it. But we won't talk about work.
What did you do to the workers, Tarek?
They're complaining that apparently I didn't compensate them enough, but I did. I totally did. We'll talk about it in a drink. I mean, it's all fake. I did a great job. Just a great job.
Well, those are some very nice lies you just told me, Tarek. I will have the drink, though.
You both look over and you see the door open up, and just above the dim of the crowd, you actually can't see who comes in, but you do recognize the familiar padded footsteps of a familiar little halfling has come in.
Pela
actually
Dragon Slayer.
drives a tiny fist, giving a friendly punch into the hips of Tarek and Vondel.
Should we fall over?
Well, she wasn't trying to knock you over. I said friendly punch. She just kind of looks up at them, nods. Boys, I'm glad to see you can make it.
Pela, you look great after your year of adventuring. What tales do you have for us?
Oh man, went back to the monastery. Basically gave like my graduation dissertation describing what we did. Passed with flying colors. I just been hanging out with my friends, meditating, exercising, kicking boulders in half. The usual. What about you guys?
Well, I've got a workers' compensation thing going on.
Okay,
right
I'm bored.
now.
Vondel, what about you?
I've been traveling around this land that we saved, trying to find various dwarves, listening down for the whispers of the world of Fae. Vondel, Pelor's light knows no rest. It rises every morning.
Well said, well said. I suppose we should be expecting Hawk any minute now.
As you say that, you notice a big half-orc barbarian trying to enter the bar with a horse.
Come, Ursulina, just go back. Look what your left hoof for. Ursulina! Okay, you wait out here. Hold on. Oh no, we're gonna tie you up. Okay, where do I? Okay, I just punch a hole in the wall. Put the rope through and tie it there. You stay there, Arzelina.
You actually notice that he opens the door for the bar from the inside.
Oh, God, I need a drink. Where's a barrel of ale?
Hawk, good to see you.
Oh, Peter! Hello, little one. How are you doing?
Good, good. You're looking well. I see you're still with Orselina there.
Yeah, oh man, it was a big deal finding her. I had to go all the way back to that place where we left her, which is pretty far now that I think about it. But I'm glad to be back, and now me and Orselina are happy together forever.
Except you had to leave her outside.
Well, she's not.
I mean, she can see you from here. You should just probably wave every now and again.
Well, I'm going to take her some beer. Orselina's fine, okay? She just she gained a little weight. She's having a little trouble coming through the door. It's not a big deal.
Have you been feeding her beer regularly?
That's what horses drink. They don't even want anything else.
I'm gonna roll animal handling. 16. Do I know if beer is good for horses?
A contested roll?
No, this is more like knowledge.
It's if as long as it's a wheat barley beer, yeah, they'll put on a few pounds, but it should be fine.
Phil looks at Orselina looking for signs of alcohol poisoning. No, she seems pretty healthy.
She looks like a solid university student after their first 3 months.
Put on a fresh 15. All right, I see.
Anyway, she's very happy.
Great. Come on in. We were just toasting Tarek's amazing problem-free show that went off without a hitch and made him lots of money.
Actually, there's been a few problems lately that have been cropping up. But, I don't want to talk about it. It's just a workers' comp thing. I mean, they're just talking about the fact that...
Okay, bartender, round for all of us, please.
You actually hear someone pipe up from the couch. Yeah, it was moderate at best.
Who said that?
You see Tarek bellow out, and then everyone just puts their head down, just trying to remain anonymous to who said
Hey, there's a lot of layers. It requires multiple viewings. Time's going to tell on this one.
You notice that there's kind of like this hushed hum as the people have kind of said their voice, and it's Tarek kind of responding back now as they're just trying to avoid the wrath of the director.
Well, and with that, here's to you all. Welcome back to Waterdeep. It seems Tarek's got things well in hand.
It's good to be back.
Bella knocks back a shot.
Mm-hmm. You guys seen any swords that I might want to know about, though? Just checking in, it's been a while since we've seen each other, and I miss my friend, the sword.
You miss your evil friend, the sword.
Hey, look, everyone's got problems, No,
Hawk,
he never claimed to be a perfect sword.
I did promise you that I would help you find a replacement for that weapon.
That's right, so...
And I consulted with the monks at my monastery. I consulted with the abbot and asked if he knew of any holy weapons that would possibly fit the bill. Or any
ones that make holes in people? That's why it's holy?
No, I mean... Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, cool.
Spears, pointy things, javelins.
I could
Anyway, can I roll religion to see if I know of any legends we could look into?
I'd say it's probably more of a history.
History? All right. That's a huge difference for me. 6 minus 1 is 5. And you know what? There just isn't...
That's okay. I'm sure we'll come across something.
Haley, you usually know that the stories of sentient holy good weapons usually don't make the news. The ones that have the best stories are usually the evil ones, the ones that lay waste and destruction.
There weren't any lying around our monastery. There was some talk of them being maybe at other ones, but it turned out that they were just regular brooms.
It's okay. I've gotten pretty good with this axe. You want to see? Right. Cuts the table in half.
Chop.
You chop the table in half, and the people scatter like, okay, I'm sorry. You're like, I only saw it twice.
Don't worry about the stupid play. Check out this axe, though. Okay.
Pela looks over at the barkeep and throws him a couple of gold pieces.
He's like,
sorry about the table.
As long as nothing ever happens here.
You know what? I should probably just give you a deposit now, and then you'll see if there's any you want to give back later. Yeah. How about that?
He looks at you and says, oh, thank you. By the way, isn't there supposed to be another one of you guys around?
Hey, yeah, where's Lucian? I thought he was coming with you, Hawk.
Well, he went to look for Hawkalina, but then I turned around and he was gone. He just disappeared. I thought he blinked, or something, or one of those weird spells.
He does disappear at random.
Yeah, then there was there was 6 of them at first, and then I was like, okay, just stop it, please. I know.
When you hear at the mention of Lucian, you actually notice that a robed figure comes up and has a letter in his hand. This would be...
I'm robed. So
Hey, Lucian!
Not even close. You see a rather tall, blue-skinned, kind of gangly-looking, I guess robe now, but he also has a cape that looks sort of like a magician's cape. Walk up to you, and he says, "You're Tarek. Tarek, the Bard of Destiny. Tarek, the metal bard. Are you not?"
Yeah. What's up?
And you must be Pela the Swift, Pela the Dragon Slayer.
That I am.
And you're Hawk, the mighty Hawk the Soul Stealer.
You can stop it. Yes. Oh, right. That's a good one. I like it. Yes, I am. I've always been that.
And he breathes in as he's about to say something to Bonnell, then continues talking about something else. And he goes, I've come here to seek an audience with you. My name is Dolus Abraxas. I seek to join you on your adventures. I've got a letter. And he pats
it. If you're looking for an audience, probably don't want to be near Tarek.
I didn't see your show. It was very, very adequate. And he hands you over a letter.
Tarek does not break glaring at Hawk and just accepts the letter while still staring at Hawk. And slowly, very purposely opens the letter.
It is a wax seal. It has the seal of the Council of Waterdeep seal on it. As you crack it open, it's a very brief letter, but it says, "Hey guys, I totally vouch for this guy. He's got magical stuff just like I do. I hope it works out, and if it doesn't, he has some nice stuff you can take after he dies. Losian."
And then I say, "It's true, I have nice stuff."
Did you read it aloud, or did you?
No, you know what? I read it aloud while without breaking eye contact
With Hawk, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's a glowing recommendation if I've ever heard one. The only problem with that is we're not really adventuring right now. We just came back to celebrate this anniversary of our great victory.
Well, perhaps I can just at least share an ale with you then.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
especially if
that's my
you're
favorite
buying.
kind of adventure.
I will definitely buy them. And I snap my fingers and say to a barkeep that isn't even there,
Yeah.
around to the finest ales, and nobody brings me anything. So.
The barkeep is already attending to somebody else. Doesn't really pay you much mind.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is working out beautifully already, I can see.
I'll get it.
Hawks runs over to the bar, like vaults over to the bar, grabs a barrel of ale, stabs it with a knife, and starts like pouring everyone's cups, and then takes the rest over for Horselina to drink.
Where did we get the cups?
Just take them for
Summon cups.
Oh, you want one? Here, take this one. He grabs an empty cup, spits in it, like rubs it with his fist, and hands it to you.
Under his breath, he says, "Oh, Hawk, spin."
This will go for thousands in the black market.
eBay.
As you guys are celebrating, taking back drinks, and getting to know Abraxas a little bit more, you notice that you see two figures come in, and they've got long green cloaks on. They seem to have two giant crates behind them that they're trying to negotiate into the bar. And
They're carrying them?
they're actually on wheels, and they're being dragged in. And you see one of them come up to what looks to be comes up to Vondel and says, "Oh, greetings, the Grand Vondel Loader. We heard you were back in Waterdeep for the celebrations of the anniversary."
Oh, what is this? All this then?
Well, this is some things have happened in some items you've left in our care, so we thought it'd be right to return them to you.
Thank you, I suppose. What items are these?
You see her wave her hand, and you see the two crates. The other gentleman who's with her pulls up almost kind of like animal crates, and you actually notice that there's two black wormlings kind of just like skulking around in the cage. As she said, it seems that we did our best to keep them from hatching, but I guess they came into source with a great source of heat and hatched on their own. We also, in the place where we're keeping the eggs, someone left this note for you. And you look at the note, and it looks like a 3-year-old has kind of like hand scribbled it. And it says, "I owe you 1 black dragon skiz."
Jesus. Oh, that little runt.
Here are your stat cards for your 2 black wormlings.
Oh no.
2? Didn't we hand 3 eggs into safekeeping? Wonder what happened to the third one.
Well, that would be Skiz.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's bad news. That's the worst news I can imagine right now. Oh geez.
So you're gonna be a daddy.
Yeah, but focus on the positive. You're a dad.
Well, I suppose it is nice to be a father of tiny death machines. Oh geez. Vondel's going to approach the cages with some animal handling.
All right, give me an animal handling check.
I'm actually not bad at that. Saying some calming words in Dwarvish, I get a 21.
Nice.
If you're saying in Dwarvish, roll me disadvantage.
Oh no!
Could have known better.
Oh, that's a 6.
As you see Vondel, you actually reach your hand in Dwarvish, like, hey there. You see one of the wormlings just kind of snake around. He's like, it's got shiny, glossy black scales.
Oh, geez.
Its little nub of horns are just kind of poking out, and it's got those yellow snake-like eyes. As you see it, he's like...
Can I use my animal handling to notice if there's a problem?
Yes, give me...
Very good at it. Oh, not that good. 9.
Oh,
I'll make this.
I'm going to need both of you to give me a dexterity save.
Oh, that Vondel.
Dolus is just watching wide-eyed.
I have a different idea. Oh, jeez. I rolled a 1 on my
I rolled a
dexterity.
6.
Whoa! You guys are not very dexterous.
A little rusty.
Maybe Hawk also gained weight. I should have Hawk be like. Kind of
Totally, absolutely.
You see a jet of acid go shooting out from the crate. You guys take 22 acid
From
damage.
inside the crate?
From inside the crate. It goes streaming out, kind of like almost like a tiny fire hose just comes shooting out.
Like through the bars?
Through the bars. And you see the bars are kind of eroding away a little bit.
Oh.
As you see it kind of reel back in fear a little bit of these two gigantic creatures. One speaking in a language that just kind of makes it fearful for its life.
Whoa! Wow!
That was the best thing.
That was good! Aha! It's been a while since I took a good hit like that. Oh, makes me want to go adventuring. Nice little dragon.
Is like the bar in danger? Like
No,
it
it was
freaking
actually,
out?
it wasn't very long actually. It wasn't a very...
It was just like one spurt that
Yeah.
they startled it. Okay.
I'm gonna maybe now try in my broken draconic that I heard.
You actually get advantage on this
I
one.
get
Oh, yeah, I
on this
speak
one.
Draconic.
I got 18 this time.
Great. You actually realizing that, dragons and dwarves not exactly on just that genetic level of
Forgot
malevolence
that.
towards each other, that you actually managed to start speaking in Draconic, just saying some soothing things, and you actually notice that the spikes and the subs of future wings and future horns kind of eases down a little bit. You actually notice that the shine and the gloss actually dulls down a little bit as well, as it looks like they're in a less than agitated state, and they're not calm, but they're at least not pacing around and swirling or circling inside their own cages.
Thank you for bringing me.
Yeah, these little acid machines.
This matter does require my attention. I was hoping that this would not have never happened.
Man, Skiz was always such a pain in the butt.
Yes, the fact that Skiz has a grown dragon is also, a wormling at this point. Very troubling.
Well, hopefully Losian can keep him in line, you know? I mean, maybe that's why Losian had to go deal with the dragon
Oh,
thing.
maybe Losine has the dragon. That's even worse.
Probably ends up with everything.
He really does.
Did we get our share of the gold from him before he disappeared? That's like...
Yes,
I
you
just
did.
realized.
You
Okay,
actually did,
good.
but you noticed that your share was significantly lower. Someone had made a lot of pre-down payments and signed a lot of contract signing bonuses to build structures around the city.
I wonder who that was.
Yeah.
You see the Emerald Enclave representative say, it is quite a surprise, and black dragons can be hard to tame, but it is possible. We've done it in the past.
Wait. Do these little black dragons have souls in them?
Well,
Can we get them out somehow and then put them in a... got an extra
No,
sword I can use?
no,
Are you sure?
that is distinctly not happening.
You guys are no fun. It's like...
Pela actually walks up to the crate and speaks to the wormlings, and they can understand me because of Tongue of the Sun and Moon. Mm-hmm. She says, "Do not worry. The small one," she points to Vondel, "will look after you. Be wary of the big one."
You see kind of like their heads just kind of bob and look around.
They're so cute.
They look up at Hawk and you see this smaller as this little forked tongue
it's
comes
so
out.
Yeah,
cute.
don't let down your guard around him, okay?
The representative.
Pela turns and smiles at Hawk. Thumbs up.
Thanks, man. What'd you say to them?
Oh, I just told him, that you're a great guy.
Oh, look. Maybe I'll try and pet them. Hello, little guys.
Give me an animal handling check.
Oh, what?
Handle
yeah.
check in.
Ooh.
Critical one.
So
Give me another dexterity save.
This one's pretty good. 16.
Yeah, there you go. So you only take 14 acid damage as you kind of dodge out of the way, still kind of raises you along the side. You actually
They're
notice
so feisty.
that the bar still behind you just begins to turn, like the wood still just begins to melt into like a black ooze.
Wow, look at that. These guys are
Pela
great.
flips another platinum piece over her shoulder to land on the bar.
The bartender's like, "Hey, if you want to melt the whole bar, go for it."
Oh, he's never gonna melt the bar, guys.
You see the Emerald Enclave represents that you don't have much experience with dragon rearing, do you?
0, in fact.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I have never reared a dragon.
I hit one from behind once with an
I
axe.
killed one. Does that count?
Different kind of rearing.
That's the antithesis of rearing, I would imagine.
Yeah, so as far as I can remember, we left these bad boys with Onthar Froom, and the Order of the Silver Gauntlet was going to take care of them. What happened with that?
Well, it seems that the Order of the Silver Gauntlet was not fans of you siding with the Arcane Brotherhood and with the nation of Thay, so they delivered the eggs to us for safekeeping because they would no longer want to.
Wait, who are you guys?
We're the Emerald Enclave.
Oh, yeah.
The green kind of gives it away.
Right.
What about some of our dragon friends we used to hang out with, like Brontar or something? Could he help us out here? I mean, I know he just doesn't like this color of dragon.
Yeah, wouldn't it
He's
be
like a racist
smarter
dragon.
to have dragons raised by dragons? I mean, just saying.
Well, if you could get in contact with, we haven't heard anything from the Metallic Council since the war ended.
In a year?
In a year, yes.
That's
maybe
ominous.
Well,
Yeah, don't they have a mail-in box?
No.
What are you, Richard?
Yeah, I guess we don't really know how to get in contact with them if they don't want to be found, because they approached us.
Surely
last
there's some
time.
kind of magic way we can reach them. Oh yeah,
I'll tell you.
You look like a magic person. With your
I have
magician's
nothing.
look.
There is magic, and I don't know.
She says,
Damn it, Dolus!
I can do a great many things that are not useful to the situation.
What if we dress up like a really, really attractive lady dragon?
That I can do.
And then we lie around sexually.
How does that get us in touch with...
I feel like he'd come running, They gotta play hard to get, and then they want to. That's how it is.
Like inside or outside? Like I
They have to be able to see you, I guess.
yeah. Okay.
Look, why are we all jumping on me? I mean, this is ideation session. There's no bad ideas, right? Let's all just contribute. Let's not all jump on Hawk's idea just because it's the best one so far.
All right. So wait. I feel like we're getting sidetracked from the fact that Vondel now has 2 dragons to care for.
Vondel was just the person I believe they belong to Tarek and the Head Smashers. That's who's on the...
Oh, Tarek, they're yours. There you go. We've solved the problem.
Tarek,
Good luck,
you're a
Tarek.
daddy.
Off you go.
Dragons?
You can talk to them, right?
Tarek peers in and in Draconic he goes, "Hey guys, are you gonna be little bitches?"
Give me an animal check with disadvantage for the bitches comment.
Oh, it's a good thing my animal handling is only 2. This really leans into that.
TPK by 2 baby dragons.
I
First
rolled
session.
pretty much almost the same thing. 13.
13?
Yeah, 13 is my lowest.
All right, you see him kind of pull back at just kind of like the threatening attitude. They don't spray any acid out.
Rimlings respond to a firm hand.
Yeah. The Emerald Enclave represents as if you wish, we can care for them and make sure that they are safe for obviously a substantial price. Because if you,
Okay. Well, here you go. Here, take them. Thank you. And here's some VIP tickets to Tarek. All right, see ya.
This will not feed.
Yeah, yes, it will.
It will not.
It will.
Do you have any kids,
Listen,
Derek?
I'm going to tell you a story, and I'm going to tell you how these have incredible value, and how this will more than pay for the rearing and costs that you'll inquire while raising these dragons.
You see her come in and say, "Actually, I heard the reviews were kind of moderate."
Fair middling is what I
And Tarek just continues on and begins going into supply and demand and making a huge performance and just using his bard skills to explain why rearing and these tickets sales pricing is comparable. And so
Really stretching it.
yeah, really stretching it. Definitely stretching it. Definitely stretching
Give me
it.
deception.
Deception. All right. Deception. Okay. My deception isn't that bad. Wow. 23.
23
Yeah.
does not meet the 28 of the Enclave representative. You see her say, "But if you're giving away the tickets for free, wouldn't that also kind of?"
Hey, look, have any of your friends seen the show?
Yes, he said it was moderate reviews.
We said reviews, but no one's seen it. That's how hard it is
Well,
to get tickets. No one's seeing it.
He's like, I went. It was eh.
Oh, well,
come
okay,
on,
well, that
man.
doesn't work then.
He is right there.
Like, where were you sitting? You got to sit in a certain place.
She says, well, just the food costs alone will be thousands upon thousands of gold because they are baby dragons.
Can't we just let them go?
Okay.
They're just like
All right.
all
Take
Take them to a mountain. Don't they like volcanoes?
Let's
Take
put
them to
that
a
one in our
volcano.
back pocket.
How much will the stipend be monthly?
Monthly?
Or what kind of deal can we work on? Can I give you maybe some proceeds from the sales of the show? Like 1%? 2%?
I'd have to see your numbers first.
All right, come with me.
She says, but the cost would be about 8,000 gold a month.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a big nut to meet, you know? Okay, we can't pay for this, so what else can we do?
I could swing a deal and make it 15,000 for the two to combo them together.
Oh,
it does.
8,000 each?
12,000.
Why do we...
We're not negotiating with the Emerald Enclave.
Okay.
Tarek. Thank you for this delivery. I believe we can take it from here.
Yeah, I mean, worst
Halo
case,
looks
we
at
just
Vaughn
kind
with
of,
surprise,
cover
like,
them.
really? Okay.
She says, very well. Peace be with you, and may nature guide your ways. As you see them turn around and gracefully, wistfully walk out.
Why don't we put them in a bag with some
Trust
rocks and
druids.
throw them in
There's
the
just
river,
something
you
about
know?
them.
Just the old-fashioned way, just into the river, you know?
We're
Down
not
they go.
drowning the dragons. Even if we could, I don't think we could at this point.
Actually, if you check their stat card, they're amphibious. They both breathe.
Yeah, they breathe air and water. That's super not going to work.
That's so annoying.
Gold just uses the message cantrip and tells Hawk secretly, we could totally drown those guys.
I know it could. They're lying to us.
Do you interpret that as just another voice speaking to you? Or
I guess so.
you're not curious as to who's
Just totally fine with it.
You're right voice in my head.
I think Hawk's heard a lot of voices. He's got Grooms talking to him. He's got the sword. You know,
Low seen as them all.
yeah, that's right.
That's
true.
awesome.
He just listens unquestioningly.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Well, I hope that works out for you guys then. I'm not really looking to get into the caretaking of dragons business at the moment myself, but I'll stop in and visit every once in a while.
Wait, aren't dragons like super valuable? Can we just sell them to someone who really wants them? Can afford it?
I don't believe these dragons came to us on the anniversary of our event at the Well of Dragons by any mere coincidence.
Oh.
Okay,
Wait,
stop
it's like-
trying to use intelligence and switches to wisdom.
Oh yeah.
You got a good point there, Vondel.
Is this like a present then? It's like a reminder of
I
how
think
great we are?
it's a reminder, or perhaps a promise.
But why the Emerald Enclave then?
Ooh.
Well,
Druids are weird, man. Like, they are just mad weird.
yeah, I'm not sure if the Emerald Enclave are the right caretakers for these creatures. We might use their services later, but for now I want to contemplate, ask Palor for some guidance on this matter.
Okay.
You see.
I don't have any ideas better than literally asking your god what to do, so.
Look, sexy dragon costume is still on the table. Get front of
Vondel, you actually notice. Everyone else give me a perception check, like a basic 15.
That's my passive.
wow.
That's my
Yes.
passive
You're
perception.
passive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually,
What
I'm
better
actually
than that?
too busy looking at Tarek and you guys because I rolled a 1, so it's rolled by.
It's even dreamier up close.
I thought it was taller, but it's okay.
It's maybe better this way somehow.
Vondel, you see a small sparrow come in and it has a sprig of olive branch in its mouth and drops it down and then flies off. And on the branch, you notice that there's actually carved thieves' cant into.
Oh, this didn't go well for Noah.
It's actually from. I actually had to go and look in my notes. His name was Merrick, your old criminal contact. He requests an audience with you sometime either before or after your grand gala dinner at the council chambers.
There's a
Waterdeep.
gala dinner? I thought we were just meeting in a bar.
Oh no, the council has come to bring you back.
Oh, there's a shindig. All right,
It's actually a
sweet.
celebration of our anniversary.
I was expecting parade when there was no parade. I thought they just forgot about it.
Yeah, I'll maybe go meet him after the
All right.
After the dust kicker.
desk kicker. Yeah,
As
give me a
the
reason to leave early.
You guys spend a couple of hours just drinking, and Dallas is just kind of just soaking this all and kind of like hands up on his chin, just like watching everybody.
He asked Pele to sign random things that he owns.
Or even just like the seat of this stool chair, corner of this table.
What was the first name again? Dolus?
Dolus, yeah.
Dolus, okay. Dolus.
I'm sure Tarek is regaling him with all of our previous
I'm giving him
adventures.
inside scoops on production notes and things like that about like the production of the show.
He's not rolling any insight. He just believes everything that's been said.
I just want to ask you something, though, Dollars. Like, what's your opinion of like sleeping people and killing them?
I am for it.
Yes! Oh, it's so good to have someone on the team who like gets me, you know?
Really, I really think it's quite amoral to kill someone while they're sleeping.
That's neither here nor there. I mean, it's sleeping is just another state.
That's
and
right.
one that you could be killed in easily.
Like, what does it matter if they're sleeping?
He's got a point.
You're just killing them anyway. Oh, look, he fell asleep. Better not kill him now. I was going
In
to kill him a
fact,
second
I have
ago.
been known many times to put people to sleep and then kill them.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah, so
Nothing.
He's bugging with you, though.
Theoretically.
As the evening, the sun begins to set in the west over the coastline of Waterdeep, you see a couple of formal garb representatives from the council come up and they say, Tarek and the Head Smashers, your formal dinner awaits.
Huzzah!
See,
Thank you.
where's
Porcelain up the stairs. Let's go. Come on, girl.
where is Losian Moonshadow? I thought he would have been.
He never showed up. We don't know where he is.
Fortunately, we don't. Locian's not around right now, but our his replacement Dolus will be
sidles
sitting
up to side. You just
will be saddling in. He's with us on an interim basis, and he's looking to.
small. It's like fist bump, just like
But he has a lot to prove, and he stares and kind of stares sternly at Dolus, and then winks.
starts patting his his cloak down and trying to pretty himself up.
Saying, oh, so there's a new addition to the Head Smashers then.
Yes.
So very well, we will lead you to the grand table, and where you can feast and regale in your conquerors and your victories over the cult of the dragon.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Come, Lady Horselina, let's go.
Man, it's really great. It would the whole
This way.
I'm sorry, we can't accommodate a horse.
This is my invitation. Clearly says +1. It does not say +1 anything. It just says +1, and she is 1. She is 1 with me. She will be dining with me tonight.
Hawk, you know you can't feed a horse people food, right? Like, she eats hay and, like, apples.
Look, she eats what she wants when she wants. She's an independent woman. I'm not going to speak for her, okay? She's coming to dinner with us. This is the last straw. I've been disrespected too many times in this
Oh, hey,
chamber.
straw!
No, I see what you did there, yeah.
You see the council
Tarek's
representative.
still laughing to himself.
Okay. Well, I think we can make something work.
Thank you. Okay, the stair. I'm trying to push her through the doorway again. It's a little tight, but she makes it. Persistent.
Hella just scurries beneath the legs of the horse, stuck like a sausage in a mousetrap, and makes her way up the stairs.
As you make your way through the town, you notice that a lot as the nighttime activities begin to progress. That you don't gather a lot of attention as you walk through the streets of where you actually once held your previous parade of celebration. You make it up to the tower of Waterdeep, and even the guards there seem to be like, oh yeah, like they acknowledge that you're there and welcome you, cordially, but not the great fawning and.
Maybe we should let those dragons go and remind them why they like us so much.
Oh, you
I
guys.
use another message spell. And
Yeah,
say,
wait,
"You
where are
can
the
be
dragons?
done."
Are they coming to dinner too?
I guess they're.
Okay.
You can leave them in the bar. You can bring them up to the council chamber if you want, or the dining chamber if you want.
We can't leave them in the bar.
Why not?
I guess we're gonna bring them with us.
That makes no sense. We can't haul like 2 huge wooden cages full of
that
bundling
does
They're
seem
on
really
wheels.
weird.
Okay.
Get on wheels.
upstairs. Exactly. We're not getting them
Yeah.
into the dining room.
Why don't we just
They have
bring the
elevators.
dragon check?
I got this covered, guys. If you need us to bring you in the dining room, I got this covered.
Oh, right. Okay, he's got it covered.
You're
Don't
gonna
worry
babysit
about it.
them?
No, I can take care of the dragons. You do your thing. Oh, or I can carry them upstairs. I can do anything. I got all sorts of stuff. I got sandwiches.
What are you suggesting? You're going to?
I can bring them upstairs for you.
There you go. He's gonna bring us upstairs. I
I
said
can do that.
whatever. Okay, fine. Horselina, come on over here. Look. Ooh, look, hors d'oeuvres.
As you come in, you see that the tables and spread out is candelabras and roast beasts and vegetables and stews and soups and ales and wines and fruits and vegetables, just all splayed out with 5 seats for you. And you notice that an impromptu, looks like a basin that used to hold ice or some type of soup has actually been brought in. It's been filled with like fruits and vegetables for Horsalina.
Oh, great. Horsalina, look, it's a whole buffet for you here.
Yeah.
Starts feeding her the garnish.
After they've gone upstairs, I'll use telekinesis to carry the 2 cages upstairs.
All right.
And whatever happens after that.
No, you can totally do that. As you come walking up, you've got your hand held out, and you notice that as Dolus comes to the front door of the dining chamber, you can actually see this kind of like this blue aura just hovering, holding these 2 wheeled crates, and just you hear this soft little wood on stone as they just easily get let down. Like,
Oh, we forgot something. We're good.
okay. With the respective hisses and snarls and snaps as the 2 wormlings are gracefully put to the ground.
Huh. Impressive.
Very nice.
Pela is already like sidled up. She's sat in her seat and she's starting to shovel food in her mouth.
The food is good. It's not Thane good, but it's still decent.
That is the definite baseline for deliciousness for this crowd.
Well, hey, good food is good food, man.
It's a high point. I mean, I would compare this favorably against Thayan food, but it's not quite there.
No one had to die to make it, that you know of.
So, do we recognize anyone at this feast? Anyone
It's
around?
actually just you guys. It's just you, 2 dragonlings, a tiefling, and a horse inside.
Hey, she's us. When we say us, that's Horsalina's part of us now.
Where's the tiefling?
Dolus.
Oh,
And then there's like people serving us, but there's no actual reception at all.
No actual reception at all.
where is everybody?
She said, well, they've
I thought you guys were a little bigger than this.
I also thought we were a little bigger than this, and I'm pretty modest about this.
Wallace is racking his brain about his whole life being alive.
That was a really quick turn. Never meet your heroes, guys.
They say never meet your heroes.
You can't disappoint a picture.
I just wanted a picture.
You can pull over one of the servants or the waiters as they come over and say, well, there's been after the war, there's been quite a reshuffling of politics inside Waterdeep. For instance, the Order of the Gauntlet has gone back to rebuild Ultrawell and have left just a scant remnants of what they used to have in the past.
Onthar's not around here?
No, Onthar is in charge of rebuilding. He was quite furious with your decisions to team up with the Thayans and fuel their army with Dracoliches. He seems to have...
Well, it wasn't our decision to fuel their army with Dracula. That's sort of a side effect of the very positive thing
And
of
practical.
stopping the end of the universe that we happen to also accomplish. So, we're getting a little caught up in the details. I think.
He's just passing on word. You don't have to get mad at the waiter.
Can't see the forest for the trees, you know.
That's right, exactly. For the trees, the forest of Dracoliches.
I think I've been to that bar.
He seems to have been quite upset by that. The Zentarim have been almost abolished from the city politically because of their antics in purchasing the Zompral's Tower from you guys. A lot of people in the council were not happy with that.
Bad move.
And trade has kind of gone down now that the dwarves have pretty much closed off their borders to everybody. Trade has not been...
Those jerks still sulking in their mountains. No offense, Vondel.
They are jerks. I mean, especially that fucking Brownville guy. What an asshat.
Honestly, we don't know. It's you have to get special papers to travel into dwarven lands now. It's quite restrictive. It's all our metalworks, all our masonry, and that came out of there, and all our trade of food and goods and various needs that they needed. It's almost all but stopped.
Wow, guys.
What of King Melindrak and the elves? Have you had no word from them?
They seem to be doing just fine. Like they elves have always been really reclusive. It takes a world-ending event for them to come out of their forests. And I believe King Melindrak. The rumors are is that he's trying to keep his own people from stringing up his own son and just trying to keep him imprisoned.
Things are tough all over, it seems.
Man, I really didn't realize any of this was going on. I guess I was kind of focused on my epic show.
I heard it got moderate reviews.
Okay, you know what? There's a lot of layers to it, and it's a work in progress, and it requires multiple viewings, and time's going to tell on it. So
My brother saw it twice, and he says his friend got hurt when the projectile started flying into the audience.
oh well, again, it's just where you're sitting, right? It really depends on where you're sitting, and
The best place to sit is outside of the theater. That's
Taylor jumps out and gives Hawk a
Once again, Tarek just glares at Hawk. Okay, Hawk, last time I checked, you were not an accredited movie critic. Play critic.
that's true.
Bard critic.
Yeah.
Aside from the rest of the other kingdoms have gone back to the ones that are bordered with Thay have been trying to shore up their defenses because as much as we don't like it, the Thanes have been just as quiet as the dwarves, and we have no idea what's going on over there. Everyone's been pretty much just on their own, dealing with their own personal business.
Wow,
Sounds perfect.
This actually sounds like a good setup for a sequel.
The second one's always better than the first.
Bringing entire nation. Tarek begins slowly standing up from his seat. And Tarek begins slowly standing up from his seat and looking upwards and clenching his fists, is bringing entire nations together, resolving issue and conflict, and creating an even greater force and closer alliance. Well, that's everything this sequel needs.
You see the waiter stand next to Tarek and look up and what are you looking at?
He's writing a play, apparently.
The future.
Elbow Vondel and say, is this how we always act?
He's more or less.
Welcome to the party.
Don't you see it, guys? Don't you see it? We have the sequel right in front of us. All we need now is a grand adventure. And Hawk, I'm thinking about you, buddy. Even though you haven't seen my movie and are unfairly judging it, there are stories of maybe. I think if I focus hard enough, I can think of I can give you some ideas for maybe some swords we can go after for this sequel.
Oh yeah,
and I begin just naming off names of different swords that I may or may not know of, and trying to see if he thinks of any.
Give me a history check.
History, all right. 21.
21, yes. So the swords you start naming off, you have no idea what their alignments are, but you can say the sword of Cass, Whisper, Whelm.
Have you ever heard of Blood Slicer? I just made that up, but it sounds like it'd be
No
really
Blood
good.
Slicer.
The Black Razor.
The Black Razor.
That's not bad.
What else is there? There's the...
You slip in an axe, the Axe of Dwarven Kind.
Axe of Dwarven Kind. That one's pretty good. What else? There's the sword.
When you're kind with an
Whisper.
No,
There's Steam.
goes back to the war.
Let's see.
Whisper, Whelm.
Whisper, Whelm, Black Razor. See, there's lots of choices there, Hawk, and this will lead really well into the sequel.
Okay, great. I'm sorry. Let's go. Let's go to all those swords and get them.
You see the way
Get amped up here, guys.
Why are we still here?
You see the way to come back up, and he's like, I guess this isn't. There's no easy way to say this, but the council thanks you for your services to the Sword Coast. But unfortunately, they do have an event waiting here tonight, so you've got about 2 more hours before you have to get it.
Where is the council? They haven't even come to say hello.
Why are they even bothering
Where's
to invite us?
Profar?
Just drop some dragons on us, maybe that's the whole point. Just lure us back and drop some stupid dragons on us.
Who's
Dolus
Proctor?
gets particularly
The
upset
Golden
about
Dragon,
this.
you know.
Oh, we haven't heard from the Metallic Dragon since the day the war ended.
They're like our best friends. They're the ones we're totally friends with. No?
I guess. I guess everyone wants to be friends with dragons.
I'm friends with many dragons.
Name 2.
Tarsmela, Frontar.
Those are not friends.
I thought they were my friends.
Hawk, their acquaintances are the best.
Also, you remember your last encounter with Phasmicella was probably not the
She
greatest.
hated you. She wanted to kill you.
I know, it was so sweet.
I'll never figure out the orcish brain.
Half orc.
There's a brain?
That's the human part. So if you could just kind of finish up. We can give you takeout containers.
Pale's like, no need. She just takes out the bag of holding and just starts shoveling food into it, just scooping it off the table. right under the bag.
You
don't
can't
forget
take the candle
Joseline's
up.
bucket.
Never mind. It's cutlery's fine too.
Yeah, any plates or anything are coming with it. She's just like shoveling it all in.
Ursulina, eat quick. Come on.
You start shoving carrots in her mouth.
You
What
guys.
about the Arcane Brotherhood? I'm just shocked to see nobody here representing the city other than employees.
The Arcane Brotherhood, everyone's been busy. It's
Why did they even invite us back if they weren't going to at least say hello?
What if the invitation wasn't from them? I
But
say
the
this
dinner's
to the
here.
Wait, what?
Then who paid for this delicious feast?
Keep shoveling.
Hey,
Like
it's a pretty
A
good
lake of
feast.
sausage into the belly.
Got moderate reviews.
Well,
Out of character.
I feel disheartened. I must go pray. I'm going to go see Merrick right now.
I gotta go. Let's pray.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the bar and just drink a bunch because this is kind of sad, you know. It's like I was hoping to come back and then go on an adventure and all the friends would be here, but now we're just sadness. Personally, we're leaving. Yes.
Oh, I got a show in a half hour.
All right then. Good seeing y'all.
Yeah.
We'll be back at the inn and we'll discuss these dragons.
Dolus. Pela walks out, then hides and waits to follow Vondel.
give me a stealth check.
Ooh.
11.
What's your passive perception there?
Oh, 15.
You notice that as you see Pela say that, she just kind of ducks around the corner, and immediately you see kind of poke her head.
Like picks a count.
Pela, I know you're there, and you may join me freely.
Oh, great! Yeah. I was walking in that direction anyway. So yeah, let's.
I know what you were trying to do, Pela, but time for my secrets has passed me. We're meeting Merrick, a man I once knew before I joined the monastery.
Cool. All right. I'll back you up.
Yeah, just don't say a lot, please.
No problem.
So before we get into that, does anyone else want to try tag along, or do you guys want to?
I'm gonna cast invisibility myself after everybody leaves, but before I do that, I decide to arbitrarily blow up the table. For the insult of Tarek and the Head Smashers not getting the pomp and circumstance that Dolus thinks that they deserve.
As everyone is walking away from the door, you hear this tremendous kaboom! And you actually see smoke come like rolling out from underneath the door as you open up.
You just hear everything's fine from inside the door.
You bring the dragons back to the inn, though, at least.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, I got that. And remembers that he only has one telekinesis that day.
Okay, good. We'll see you there later.
I'll come back and okay. I went to Ursulina, and then the other one I'll drag. You push.
They've got wheels on it, so they're easy to push.
Down the stairs?
There is a lift, like an elevator. platform.
okay.
Oh, that's lovely.
Why did we use that on the way down?
I don't know. I said it.
Yeah, he did say it. You did hear that, yeah. He's just showing off his telekinesis. I wasn't allowed to do that.
No, guys, let's take the stairs.
Totally doable. Vondo, as you come out, you can see a very familiar dwarven figure hunkered down on the front steps of the city hall. It's got a long smoking pipe, kind of a little musty, kind of a little dusty. As you come down, he hears your clanking. He comes around, he's like, I thought this was going to be a secret encounter.
Pela here has earned my complete trust. She and I have been through a great deal of many things. Nearly as many as you and I, Merrick. If you can trust me, you can trust Pela.
It's like, well, that's the thing, is that trust we have just happened like maybe a couple of years ago. That's still a fresh thing. So let's baby step that one a little bit. But I do have a contact that wants to employ you, and it's one of those things where you don't find him, he finds you type of deal, and you can make a lot of dough doing it. Like people I know who've come back from working for him have been able to retire after their first job with him.
Who is this?
It's like, I'm not allowed to give introductions, but he has an individual who sets them up, and he wants to meet with you. He can meet you in the inn if you want. He's most eager to meet you and get on the way to encounter this guy. Let me just say, it's dangerous, but he is quite a person of reputation in the underworld for acquiring things. He's quite good at his job. He's been doing it a long time.
All right. Set up the meeting. The inn will be just fine.
Look for the tall, weird-looking dude. He'll stand out. Trust me.
Blue-skinned?
Green-skinned, actually.
Oh, good. All right. Just making sure, crossing the T's, dotting those.
He's a bit of a weird one. That guy. He's very, very dedicated and kind of focused on a couple of things, but once you get over like his weirdness, he's a pretty solid dude.
Solid in murdery side of a way, I'm assuming you mean.
Actually, no. He has murdered people, but like he's also like the personal bodyguard of the gentleman that wants to meet you.
All right. Well, very good then.
Okay, so about a couple of hours, I'll send him along because he's quite intimidating. He's kind of.
Don't worry, Funnel's got his own bodyguard.
Okay, well, fair enough. But I can say as Vondel, like if this guy comes looking for it, he definitely either wants you for something or he needs you for something. He finds work. Work doesn't find him.
Interesting. Well, we'll be very intrigued to hear his offer.
Oh, by the way, I heard you came across some dragons.
Well, word travels fast to your ears, still I find.
They wouldn't be for sale, would they? Like they're pretty young now, aren't they? Like, that's the time you get them, right?
Yes. Well, I'll keep you in mind should they come on the market.
Farm fresh.
Farm fresh wormlings.
Because I can definitely tell you I can put you in contact with some people who'd be instantly interested in some black wormlings.
I'm sure you know many.
Just letting you know.
I'll let you know if I need another introduction.
All right. As you finish up the meeting, you actually hear the crashing and tumbling of two crates, ironically enough, as you talk about it, as Dolus and Hawk come out of the...
Acid burns.
Acid burns look kind of dripping. Like you notice that the crates are starting to get a little more worse for wear as it looks like they've been jostled and kind of spurted off in a eroding way. Off in the distance, you can actually hear what sounds like a rock show going off. You can see like little lights of orange and yellow and blue just kind of light up the night sky as you hear explosions and it sounds like a landslide and like maybe like you hear like water and tsunamis like rushing around. You hear people not really cheering but more screaming for the sake that no one got hurt.
Why do people keep going to that thing?
It's all style, no substance.
It's not a Groupon deal.
You guys make your way back to the brass ring, and immediately you can tell that there is one very tall individual just standing, kind of no social cues whatsoever, standing in the middle of the tavern, just kind of like constantly with their head on a pivot.
I believe we found our contact, Pela.
All right, where do you want me?
Why don't we flank him on each side? That way he'll feel nice and comfortable.
All right, Pela slips through the crowd, just weaving and dodging through people's legs until she takes up a position 90 degrees opposite of this gentleman, equal distance.
I approach him and say, I believe we have a common friend.
You see him turn to you. He's very stone and robotic, like as he turns. He pulls back his hood and notice he's actually got his skin's kind of like stretched over his facial features. He's got long pointed ears. Give me either a history or a nature check. You can give an arcana check too if you want, Dolus.
Oh, I'm in the room?
Yes.
Sweet. I'm putting on a helmet. 3.
History or Arcana?
No. God, no. I have no idea what this is.
Is it history or Arcana?
Yes.
Either way, it's 4.
Yeah. It's a creature you've never seen before, but he's wearing these gray robes that seem to be tattered and frayed at the side. It looks like they haven't had much maintenance to them. Mm-hmm. He's got rope bound around his wrists. He looks like his skin, or his hands have looked very rough and coarse. As he looks down, he said, Tarek the Head Smashers?
I use my helmet to lock the arm also.
Okay. Is that a will save I have to do against that?
Yeah.
What's the DC?
13.
Oh, quite easily.
Well, I don't see it. Like,
He says Tarek and the Head Smashers, and he kind of perks up. He's like, wait a minute. Someone's trying to read my mind.
We don't have any mind readers in our party.
What about your Losian Moonshadow? Is he not someone who tinkered with...
He could tinker with dreams,
Illusionist, mostly.
talked a lot.
Whoa! You see him. You see him actually come back. He actually goes into what appears like a martial arts stance. As he...
I use a minor illusion subtle cast to make it look like someone's running out the door.
Say, that one there is running out the door. We should pursue them.
Oh no, probably nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
I assume.
Who are you? I do not know of this. He is not from the stories I've heard of Tarek and the Head Smashers.
I also am not too sure who he is.
He's just kind of hanging around, actually.
He sort of digs his heel like awkwardly.
But I'm sure he could go get us some beverages, Dolus.
Yes, of course. Dwarven?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. Just cut us off.
Yeah.
Says, my master has come seeking employment from you. He requires your services after hearing of the adventures or the battle at the Well of the Dragons.
And who is your master, exactly?
He's a man named Mackenzie Mormont. Actually, give me also a history check.
Yeah. Let's say. I know that name. Oh, I might know this name. I got a 17.
Yes, you actually, from the underworld, you know of the Mormont name for quite some time as someone, he's kind of like a magical item dealer, a broker.
Okay.
He goes out of his way to find very powerful and very dangerous magical items. It's never for himself. He's always working for a broker or a sponsor it's always been the same sponsor, but he's never ever revealed the identity of that sponsor. He seems to be this in-between guy.
I'm assuming these various items sort of run the gambit of magical items, or is there like a pattern to them?
Yes, you actually know that they're always very dangerous. They're potentially items that could end the world.
That is interesting to Vondel.
And that it's kind of an open secret organization that he does keep things quiet, but he keeps them quiet for a reason because he wants everything on the down low to not draw too much attention to himself.
Pale has no idea who this guy is, but sees that it means something to Vondel. So she's like, all right, you seem legit.
I'm surprised Mormon has heard of me.
He says after the events with the Mask of the Dragon Queen and Azerwan, that he has taken notice of your abilities and what to do with dangerous magical items.
His offer intrigues me.
He wishes to meet you at his home office in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really nice.
It's a bit of a trip.
Well, it is a bit of a trip for us, but I think it's one that might be worth our time.
Got nothing holding us here in Waterdeep.
No, a lot of jerks, apparently.
What are jerks?
Oh, it's the Ungrateful Council. Even Ronald's a little surprised. Wow, I'm really salty today. It's a rough day.
You have to do some prayers of atonement for feeling bitterness later.
You see this individual say, ungratefulness is probably the worst thing you could do to my people. It is.
And your people are...
He looks at you and he says, I am a Gith.
A Gith.
Yeah.
It's pronounced GIF.
That's a hard G.
Is it in nature, or would that be...
Nature or Arcana?
Nature, kind of, yeah, I guess.
I'll give you advantage on it.
They're equally terrible for me.
You can get advantage on it because he's giving you the...
It's 19 for me.
There you go. You actually know them. They're beings from the astral plane.
Oh.
They are. They've separated into two subclasses of their race, but they are also highly psychic. The main history you know is that illithids or mind flayers have kept them enslaved for millennia and centuries before they finally broken away, and that they're actually very famous for going to the realm of chaos and creating what's known as the Tranquil Sea, and that they actually run a monastery there.
Oh, interesting.
Pela doesn't know any of this. But she kind of makes note of the way the guy moved into a ready battle stance, and she's like, you obviously have some martial training.
Says, yes, I've studied with my people my entire life, and in the realm of chaos you do not age, so I've been there quite some time.
Interesting. I wouldn't mind comparing styles with you later.
It would be a very quick fight.
For you.
Yes, I would win.
All right, we'll talk later.
She says, but my master is very keen on hiring you for acquiring some items that would be pertinent to your abilities and your experience and knowledge.
I'm interested to hear more of these items, and I will meet with your master.
He wishes to meet with all of Tarek and the Head Smashers.
Well, of course. We will, of course, need to know what he plans to do with these items of world-shaking power. We simply can't acquire and hand over something that strong without certain assurances.
He says, of course, he will tell you everything you need to know face to face. He before he makes any type of business plans, he wishes to judge the value of the people he engages into money deals or transfers with.
Very well.
So we shall leave on the morrow, sunrise. We can teleport directly to Baldur's Gate, and I will take you to my master.
Oh, not a long trip at all, then.
Well, yeah, flush with teleportation scrolls. I miss those.
Please gather your members. As soon as the sun rises, we should go.
All right, I'll go find Hawk. You track down Tarek. He's probably still at his theater.
Yeah.
Hawk is actually outside the bar again, just outside the inn with Horselina. I'm
drunk, telling Horselina, at least to be somebody. You know, everyone's afraid of me here.
Pela walks by, pats him on the shoulder. Hawk, we got a job. We're heading out tomorrow morning.
Yeah, fine. You head out tomorrow morning. I'm going to stay at the house later. She likes me.
Okay, have fun, buddy.
Wait, no, don't leave me. Where are we going on a job? What kind of job is it?
We're going to meet with a guy who's going to tell us the rest of the job in Baldur's Gate. But from what I heard Vondel talking about, it has to do with locating some magical items of extremely
we
great
saw
power.
another contract with our good statement of work.
No, there hasn't been any paperwork signed yet. Don't worry.
We're getting paid. This is important. It's important to get paid for work.
Hawk, the job, we haven't even heard the proposal yet. We're just going to hear the man out.
Okay.
We're going to need you there with your sharp analytical mind.
What sharp? I got sharp axe.
Yeah, that.
Hey.
Vondel, as you walk outside Waterdeep to the stadium that's been built specifically for the show, you can see that as the show is winding down, you can see that the stretchers are already there, hauling people out of the audience. You can see
people in the first 4 rows. You may get maimed.
You notice that some of the seats and some of the infrastructure of the inside have been kind of collapsing or broken. Like, it looks like boulders and ice shards and stuff have been sent out into the audience.
Oh, jeez.
Authenticity, guys.
Tarek, you got to talk to whoever's doing your special effects. Illusion would be way better choice than using actual rocks to throw it.
You know what the problem with illusion is? It's fake. I'm going for an authentic experience. It's Tarek experience, man.
I do hear that practical effects are a lot more convincing.
Of course, it's more convincing if a rock gets thrown through your rib cage.
Yeah, it's like you were there, man.
Illusions don't move quite right.
It's
Tarek, as a bard, you should know that
it's-
people want they want to be entertained. They don't want to go on the adventure themselves. That's what adventurers are for.
It's like they're almost there. It's almost like
It's
their
almost
reality.
like you've killed and maimed multiple
No,
members of
it's
your
like
audience.
it's their reality, like magical reality. It's like they're putting on a headset and they're going on the adventure with us.
Tarek, it's time to put this adventure to rest and tell this story only very sparingly. And it's now time to go make some new stories so that you may make a new disaster on epic proportions.
What he's trying to say is we've got a new gig and we're leaving tomorrow.
Oh, well, screw this place. This place is dead anyway.
You see one arm come up from the audience. I'm still alive.
Good on you, sir.
Yeah, this show's canceled. No refunds. I'm sorry.
All right.
You see a lot of the crew as soon as Vondel says that, like, oh, thank God. And they just drop everything and then just, like, run out of the stadium.
Take what you can. It's really over.
People are taking costumes, they're taking rigging, they're taking rope, they're taking some of, like, the ice making and snow and rock making machines. People are stripping this thing down. It's like an ant on a carcass. They're just taking the bare bones.
Tarek just looks it all over, really proud of himself. He just like, I created this, yeah. And then just like kind of pivots on his heel, puts on his like super movie star sunglasses, lights one up, and just starts slowly strutting out.
You hear one guy from the back of him is like, "Your show lacked artistic direction."
Check out the sequel, motherfucker!
As Tarek flips off the unruly crew member.
Yeah.
Dolus, is there anything you want to do?
No, I'm here for the ride right now.
All right, and then you know what? As Tarek starts walking up the aisle, he passes Dolus, like looking at him with admiration.
I give you the 1980s like movie thumbs up as you walk by.
He looks him up and down. Is like pulls out another pair of sunglasses. He's like, "Here you go, kid." And then
Big Joe Green.
and then just like pretty proud of himself, just keeps on strutting.
Dragonborn-sized sunglasses.
Yeah.
As you see Tarek walking away from his stadium back in the city of Ard, you can actually see part of the superstructure kind of crumble and fall onto itself. As it looks more of a panic, people now just it's not satisfaction of getting out of work; it's now just panic of running away from this thing as it slowly begins to collapse onto itself, and just creates a giant rubble pile, smoke. Just one little light still kind of like blinking on and off.
Out of character, that's my next hip hop album cover. There you go, Tarek's next album.
The night goes pretty quickly for you as the sun... Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, when we get back to the bar, I'm going to go up to Dolus and say, Dolus, I have a feeling it was you trying to peer into the mind of that man I was talking to earlier.
Maybe.
It's a very Losian thing for you to do. I can see why he sent you in his stead.
Well, I did come highly recommended.
Tomorrow we leave for a job, and well, Losian was never my closest friend. He was very helpful and saved my life many times in his antics. Without him, we would never have gotten as far as we did. So, will you please join us tomorrow on the next leg of our journey?
I would love to, and I hope to even fill just a tenth of his shoes. You wear shoes, right?
Yeah, he flew around a lot, but shoes. Maybe he has magic boots.
They're kind of like slippers. They're pretty,
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, kind of, but a little more like fabricy. I think they're felt. They're like felt slippers.
Yeah, he almost lost one, but then that carpet almost ate him, remember?
Oh yeah, the carpet. That was a weird.
I hope to try to fill his slippers. That sounds terrible. I just heard it now.
Now you realize, as the low man on the totem pole, you will be going down mysterious hallways first to trigger any traps that may be available. I'm just kidding with you, kid. Don't worry.
No. I will
We'll take care of
every hallway
everything.
you want, and then winks at you.
Yeah, we don't really search for traps. We just kind of go.
That's usually Hawk's
go
deal,
for it,
actually.
you
He'll
know?
set off pretty much almost everything.
Yeah, and then I just go take it because I'm pretty cool like that. I don't got any like magic headache spells or something. Just kind of feeling a little.
Oh,
rough.
I have a
cause them, if that's what you're asking.
I have a halfling remedy for that. It's called drink some water.
Oh, okay. Where's the beer?
Also, the beers are all on Dolus, and you can tell me how much it costs, but the finest of everything that there's there.
All right, we'll say he cracks out a good 25 gold pieces for the finest of the
deal.
fine.
Damn.
Wow.
This is better than our council-sponsored...
Yeah, this is
Fuck the council.
That's
That's what I say. Oh, sorry,
gonna
no.
treat some heroes.
It's true. Well, I mean, Pale's a little bit into her cups now, and as she sloshes her mug around, she's like, well, we didn't do what we did for the recognition. I mean, Tarek did, but the rest of us didn't really do what we did for the recognition.
I did.
it's that's always been his angle on things. I'm just here to help the universe reach the state that it needs to be in.
I'm just here because the sound of an axe cutting through a spine is just beautiful.
Hey, I need a sequel, guys. So we need to do this. Let's make sure it's poppy, it's fresh. We're doing a lot of extra stuff. We gotta go.
Yeah, poppy, like the pop of a joint being torn asunder. You know that kind of thing.
Yeah. Let's go a little darker, guys. Let's see how far we can push this envelope.
Like the sweet rush of a soul entering your soul.
Okay. Let's back off there. No need to go back down that path. Hawk, we're gonna try to find you a sword that will better suit your temperament.
Okay, Hawk. Remember,
like worse.
A sword of neutrality.
Remember your 12 steps, Hawk. Remember your 12 steps.
Step 1 is
Step 1, cut through a guy. Step 2, cut through the guy next to him.
Usually only takes me 2 or 3 steps to get to close enough to someone to hit them with my axe, but 12 could be done. I can take up to 40. Well, no, I guess
Get a running
40
start.
feet, so... Yeah, that's about 12 steps, probably.
So is there anything you guys want to do over the course of the night, or do you guys want to...
I'm going to definitely do a ritual before bed. Time to do some prayers.
Before you start that, I hand you a pearl.
Oh.
Of particular value, and I say that this may come in handy at some point.
Oh, thank you. It's
Sweet.
a pearl. Mm-hmm. He puts it in his pocket. Thank you.
I don't give you any explanation.
It's like, I'll do a quick arcana or check
I
on
have
it.
no idea what he just handed
All
you.
right, okay. Cool.
You'd have to ask him.
All right.
So what is your ritual for...
So I'm going to do commune, which I ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes, no, or unclear.
Okay.
Unclear.
Am I
So before bed, Vondel sits next to this bed and begins doing his hour-long ritual of prayer and summoning Palor, and eventually is able to ask, where did the 3rd dragon go, baby dragons? Obviously. Like, where did Skiz take them, I guess is what
That's not a yes-no, though.
Oh, I guess that's true.
It's going to be a...
Did Skiz,
Oh, you're right.
Did Skiz sell them, or?
I guess does Skiz still have the 3rd dragon?
Yes.
Are these dragons connected to Mormont?
No.
Can Mormont be trusted?
Undecided.
Interesting. All right.
Unclear.
I go to bed with some troubling thoughts. Yeah, that was a fitful night, but I still get my hit points back, so whatever.
Oh, that's right. You guys did take it. I completely forgot. You guys got...
Yeah.
Took a bunch of acid damage.
We have...
Oh yeah, 3 heal, I guess?
Oh, sorry.
Overnight?
Actually, maybe we could take a quick break.
Yep.
I love a glass of water also.
Yeah, perfect. We will take a break and come back post haste. We are back. So the night has progressed. Vondel has done some communing with the wonderful flamey bearded goodness of Palor, which is not confirmed, but we're just going to say it.
Yeah. Do we get some temporary hit points?
Oh yeah.
It's been a year. Pela is up early outside of the inn doing her prayers and calisthenics.
There was a
And-
past-at horse and half-orc barbarian next to you.
Hawk, I see you found your bedroom. Yep, alright.
Have you been sleeping with the horse every night?
Pela just lets him sleep while she does her,
That's 22
her exercises.
temporary hit points, by the way.
And then the familiar strains
22.
of a long unheard song come drifting out the window as she hears Tarek's song of inspiration.
Yeah, 22.
22.
22 temporary hit points. The buffer.
Yeah, that's
Shrug off that first hit.
yeah, that nice cushion.
You guys gather in front. What are you guys going to do with the 2 dragon crates?
Oh yeah, are we taking these things? Are they just part of the group now? Like, are we lugging these around all the time? Like, what are we gonna feed them?
That does seem very cumbersome. I agree.
8,000 gold pieces, I guess.
No, that's.
That offer from the Emerald Enclave
Never
is
mind.
still open, guys.
Do you have 8,000 gold pieces a
15
month?
for the 2.
Well, the show performed amicably. But
what
I
about
feel
the people
like
who die at the show? Do they drop any coins?
Scott Pilgrim.
Can we sell their bones to someone?
Ronald, maybe we should leave them with that friend of yours who thought he might have had a use for them.
Nope, that's not happening for sure.
All right.
Yeah, they are a bit of a problem. I kind of want to keep them in our sights because they are tricky.
They are also naturally dragons are chaotic evil by nature. That's the road they're going to go down uncontested. You can swing.
Okay, you know what then?
Yeah, I do want to. Well, I do want to try to make these dragons non-evil dragons.
Yeah, you totally
it's
can.
not possible. They're chaotic evil, man.
You can swing. You can change alignments. It's just that if you don't do anything to them, that's the road they'll go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, I'm gonna spend some morning trying to animal handle these dragons
Into being good?
And I'm just gonna be nice to them.
You know what? When Pela hears or sees Vondel, I guess come and try to start feeding them or petting them, whatever it is you're doing. She comes over and behind him, she starts reciting sutras to them, attempting to teach them the beginner level of her philosophy.
You want monk dragons?
Yeah,
she's just she
dragons.
sees that Vondel is trying to actually teach them. If we're not going to be getting rid of them, she's like, okay, well then they need to be taught. So
you actually remember Taz McKella fought you some monk martial arts when you fought her in her cave.
Yeah. I mean, just explaining to them the philosophy of neutrality and how whatever the beginner chants are that they're taught when they first come to the monastery. She's gonna start teaching them.
Right. I'll give you advantage on the roll, and I'll give you both inspiration for the creativity.
Very nice.
What should I roll? Religion?
No, Vondel's gonna.
Okay.
He's the one doing the animal handling.
Right. So I'm gonna roll advantage for animal handling?
Yeah.
That is a 20, I believe.
Yeah. You actually noticed that through Vondel's offering bits of food up from the dinner from the bag of holding last night, and Pela just reinforcing this idea of neutrality, that you notice that their edginess and their wariness of outsiders, because they're still very new life forms, that they're by nature they're untrusting of things. It looks like you've actually managed to calm them down quite a bit. That they used to be dripping acid out of the sides of their mouths. And that's kind of just rescinded a little bit, the acid drooling has...
Pela's going to explain to them... Pela's going to explain to them that we are their pack, and that the food comes from us. And as long as they obey us, then they will get food.
Actually, give me a nature check, and Vondel as well.
Nature?
Nature.
Do I have advantage or no?
If Tarek was there, yes.
Am
I there?
Why do we need Tarek?
Because it would be a dragon.
Tongue of the sun and moon.
Oh,
I can understand every cry, every squeak they make. I can understand.
It's a knowledge thing, not a language.
Okay. I got 18.
Oh, I thought we were already out on the road and
if you want
just starting.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I figured I was.
Give me a nature roll, Tarek. We'll give you.
Okay, I'll take nature.
12.
My wisdom is shitty. Oh, 19.
19. Tarek, you know that black dragons, they don't operate in packs, but they usually pair off and they operate in duos. Because you remember that story from Fangorn Keep of the black lightning they used to be called, and they thought it was one black dragon surfing around. It was actually two twin dragons.
Okay, so yeah, I pipe up and I'm kind of maybe I see what they're trying to do, and I in Tarek's way, pipes up with information, maybe just says it. And even though no one really asked for it, I'm just going to give the information because it's important.
You Bard-splaining again?
Yeah, I'm Bard-splaining. That's exactly it. I'm Bard-splaining. Actually, they operate in pairs, not so much packs. So you want to more emphasize the pair thing. Actually, there's a really cool story about it called Black Lightning. They thought it was two dragons, but it ended up being twins. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. And then I just walk about and do my thing.
You guys make your way over to the Arcane Brotherhood, and you can see your friend, your Gith friend, is standing there. He, again, no social cues whatsoever. He just seems to be standing, rotating at the waist, just constantly looking for you. He sees you and nods and waits for you. He's always kind of got that always in a stance type of pose, his hands are kind of locked to the side and in a slight curve.
Pela waves enthusiastically.
Yeah, he kind of awkwardly holds up one hand and just doesn't wave, just holds it and then puts it back down again into a fist.
This guy's a stiff.
His people were enslaved for many years by the Man Flayers. They're not a lot of fun at parties.
Says, yes, it is Mormont who freed my clan from a mind flare. I've pledged my life to her. I've pledged my service. It is the least I can do to show gratitude for freeing my clan.
Wait, you guys used to live under the yoke of oppression, and now you're free?
Yes, it is Mormont who saved us.
Oh man, that's like my favorite thing. This guy is awesome.
That is kind of Palin's whole thing.
He saved thousands of us, so one life.
I had not heard of these tales of Mormont's
Fondle, you didn't
bravery.
tell me anything about that. Like, this guy, he seems like a real straight up stand-up dude. We should do whatever he wants.
Well, Mormont's his master, not always...
Mormont is an honorable man. I gladly pledge my life in his service.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to roll some insight to make sure he doesn't have a line about
Oh,
that. That is a whopping 24.
Yep. Oh no, he is talking with the first time you've seen any emotion kind of clamor out of this guy. He seems very passionate that he has pledged his life because of this. Like this, he's dedicated himself to this guy.
Well, I'm impressed. When do we meet him?
Right now, we will go to the teleportation circle and head to Baldur's Gate. Is this all Tarek and the Head Smashers?
And pets now, apparently.
Hawk is asleep
Apparently
on the
we're-
back of Horselina.
Wait, how did Phil like double takes? How did he get onto the horse? He's still unconscious.
Can I get like on our way there? Can I buy like harness so that we can like drag the dragons behind Horselina?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're gonna make a dragon harness? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got wheels.
They got wheels.
Yeah. Wagon train. Convoy.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
Wagons
Dragging
east.
this through a dungeon.
Yeah. Well, we're not bringing Horselina in the dungeon either.
Is that true, Hawk? Is horse?
Hawk's asleep still.
You guys, he motions like, but which one of you is Tarek? Was
That's me.
You see him bow and say,
Yeah.
pleased to make your acquaintance.
That's right. I am Tarek of the Head Smashers, the
I-
Bard of Metal Bard, the
I
Bard
am-
of Destiny.
I am Eileen, servant of Mackenzie Mormont.
All right. Well, I figure is everybody ready to go? And we got everyone. Everyone got to pee one last time. Taking care of your little wormlings. All right, let's do this.
All right.
Let's go. Sequel.
I try to go get Hawk awake. Hawk, it's negotiation time. Your favorite time next to murder.
Hawk, you wake up to discover that there's actually no one around to negotiate, but you're actually on the familiar teleporter pad. As again, you feel like womp, womp, womp. As you just kind of feel the air just kind of suck it and pop around you as you find yourself dropping onto the teleport pad inside Baldur's Gate.
Pela dances out of the way of Hawk's projectile vomit.
You actually notice that
You guys gotta warn me about this. This is my goal.
Oh, you should have let him sleep through it. Pela reaches into the bag of holding and pulls out citrus fruit and throws it to Hawk like a big blood orange. Here, you'll need that.
Yeah, that feels better. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah, important point.
Wait, where are we now? Hold
Very
on.
important point. Does food stay fresh in the bag of
It
holding?
is not a bag of refrigeration.
Good to know.
All right. Would be good overnight.
Yeah, it's only been a night.
You should watch the episode of Critical Role when they discovered that, where they butchered a cow, and then about 3 months later, just liquid came out.
Ew. Okay, good to know.
I was thinking about that in the bathroom, like, oh yeah, it's not a bag of refrigeration. You guys land in Baldur's Gate. Immediately you feel a chill, and you can actually hear the sound of rain downpouring hitting the slick stone streets. You've been through Baldur's Gate before. It is, again, the tall, narrow buildings and the slim streets of the city as it's designed to stop tradeway between the 2 points, as you remember. You come down, and immediately Eiley is on a pace. Like, Hawk, you have quite the wide gait to your height. This guy's outpacing you just with his regular walk. He is.
Oh man, this guy's going.
Horselina looks like she's having a lot of trouble on the slick cobblestone
It's okay, Horselina.
of the street. She's going up and down, and you actually have to negotiate the two carriages around. You hear the wormlings kind of hiss and snarl a little bit as they get bumped around as the uneven footing of the carriages going through the streets. You guys all get drenched. And you come up to the street of 17, or you come to the address of 17B Meeker Street. You look up and you see this very tall, narrow townhouse, and just in kind of old and aged, weathered, worn sign above the door, it says Mormont Acquisitions, and there's a little ring bell on the front of it. As you see, Eileen says, "The master will be glad to see you now. Formerly, guests come in through the front entrance, but usually any business dealings happen around the cargo entrance."
Party in the front, business in the back.
Exactly what it is. You see him kind of grab the wood door. It's an old door. You can already hear the creak and kind of like the easing of the warped wood from the rain as it opens up. And immediately as you step inside, this thing's bigger on the inside. Very TARDIS-like, where it opens in this huge palatial mansion. Something that you saw was maybe about 15 feet across in width is now hundreds and hundreds of feet. And there's a grand foyer with a chandelier hanging down and a fountain in the front room.
I asked, should we be leaving our bags of holding and our portable hold per se outside if there's a...
He says, "No, this is demi-plane. Everything is okay here."
Oh, great. Come on in, Horselina.
You come in, and it's almost like a beehive of activity. There's people pushing crates on dollies, people with clipboards and papers rolled over it. Immediately you see servants come up to see if you need any of your jackets or your coats checked or your weapons checked. There's an attendant already going up to Horselina with an apple.
Oh, that's a lovely touch.
And you see someone in a very red formal attire come up to, I will say, Vondo, and say, "Does the gentleman require his black wormlings to be attended to?"
Just keep your distance from them, but some
Yeah,
raw
they're a little
meat.
feisty.
Yeah.
Feisty.
Some meat would be appreciated.
As black wormlings tend to be. Very good, sir. Here's your ticket, and you see a ticket that magically inscribes as he hands it to you 2 black wormlings and one harness for
For a horse.
Ticket for everything.
Yeah.
Such a scary situation.
Yeah.
It's quite the setup.
Yeah.
Thank you. The master has worked hard to develop and sustain his business like this. He is quite successful at it. Do you wish to meet him right now?
That's what we're here for.
He says, "Very well. Come with me. We have to go up many floors."
Could you give Horselina a little brushing while I leave her down here, please?
You see the valet turn quick as he is, and he's like, "Very good, sir."
Thank you. Here, Horselina, you'll get shiny coat and enjoy the apple, but don't go wild.
Would the gentleman require only 2 sugar cubes for the horse, sir?
No, she can have as much sugar as she wants, but just only 1 apple.
Very good, sir. He clicks his
Kill
ear.
this horse.
Excuse me, I have a very good animal handling history. I'm very good at animals.
Maybe too good at animals right now.
You walk up the main cascading staircase in the foyer, red, thick carpeting. Pela, you actually notice as you walk on the carpet, it feels like each fiber is just kind of like lifting you up. You actually don't make contact with the floor, that each fiber seems to be helping you on and lifting you forward, almost like you're dancing on air.
Like a magic carpet.
I guess carpet.
Oh, that's right. Well, actually, Hawk, I'd say you don't feel that because your feet are still too cruddy from... As you walk by, it smells wonderful in here. It smells like there's always constantly a feast cooking. Again, every floor and every stairway you go on, someone's carrying something, someone is writing something down. There's a parcel or a package being pushed around. You look up and you notice that the portraits are actually animated of various paintings and figures of history who are kind of like boasting and posing, trying to be like, "Oh, I was this person from this time. Oh, I was a captain in this army." As they come by and they very Harry Potter-like, where they give you a formal greeting as they bow and nod to newcomers. Almost like walking down Queen Street, people, almost like with people on cell phones, they look up at the last minute, kind of dodge out of your way as they see you coming. You make your way up about 4 or 5 stories, and you notice that the building was probably about 4 stories tall, but you notice that as you look up, there's more stairs to head upstairs. And these hallways extend out for hundreds and hundreds of feet, and there's multiple doorways and multiple hallways as you head in.
This reminds me of a certain tower.
You come up to the doorway, very simple brass plate that says Mormont on the front of it. You see, Ali said, "Okay, you're about to meet my master. He is very cautious about newcomers. I advise you to stay only on the carpet until he begins to trust you."
Got it.
The carpet, you say?
You see him open up the door, and inside is this brown, lovely wood paneling room with the same red carpet that was covering most of the floor. There are knickknacks and oddities hanging on the wall, portraits and things, and axes and maces and vases and necklaces and things mounted at various points on the wall. And this big leather armchair just turned to face this giant bay window that actually looks out over Baldur's Gate in a view that doesn't make sense to where you remember how the building geographically works. It's beautiful, and you can see this lovely cloud cover over the tops with some of the spires of Baldur's Gate peeking out. You can still hear that rain just kind of raining in. It looks like you're probably a good 150 feet above the city looking down on it. As you come in, you see there's one black carpet with a big white eye in the middle of it. And as you walk on top of it, you actually feel any magical effects or any magical items you haven't just kind of nullify a little bit.
Okay, some sort of field, maybe.
As you see the chair turn around, and there's a man who looks to be in his mid-20s, pencil-thin mustache and scraggly brown hair with purple formal jacket and suit. He turns around like, well, Tarek and the Head Smashers. Welcome to meet you. Which one is Tarek? I've heard so many stories.
Hey, that's me.
The Dragonborn, of course. It's always the Dragonborn. Well, pleasure to meet you. I'm Mackenzie Mormont. I'm glad you got my message. My personal assistant here, my personal servant, Lee has obviously found you in good spirits. I hope it's good spirits. Mm-hmm. Awesome. I love it. So, how you doing?
Good. Confused.
Your place is pretty neat.
Oh, thank you. Been working real hard on it. Can I offer you guys a drink? Drink. Anyone drink?
Good.
Drink? No.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I'll do a drink.
Okay.
Maybe ale.
Ale? We can do ale. Like a man who goes.
Hair of the dragon that bit you.
Yeah. But actually, I sprayed acid on me.
I heard. Congratulations on the new dragon wings. It's how does it feel to be mums and dads?
It's a bit weird, right?
A lot of responsibility.
Grave responsibilities,
Very
mostly.
Yeah, we're thinking about selling them, honestly.
Really? You see him kind of scratch his chin a little bit. He says, "Well, that may be news for a different day. But I've asked you to come here with a special request. What do you know about soul stones?"
I will do a check.
No,
What
it's
do I know of soulstone?
If you know metagaming knowledge, then
Arcana?
Arcana for sure.
What can I use?
Arcana.
Arcana.
9.
Yeah.
15.
15.
Tarek stares blankly at Mormon and is like, you know who you're talking to, right?
You're right. How silly of me, Mr. Tarek or
That's
Mr.
right.
Head Smasher. Could you please explain to the rest of the group what a soul stone is?
Well, the Soul Stone is and then I just use a story as comparison.
Yeah.
There was a story of Morgoth, and he used Soul Stones to do this, and I don't know what story you're about to tell me. So.
As he regales you, essentially Tarek communicates that what a soul stone is a magically enchanted gem that can draw the soul of someone into it, and based on what type of magic you want to do with it, can either keep it imprisoned there, absorb it, or just destroy the soul completely. consume it. There's many different things.
It's kind of hawkish.
So suffice to say, I hope the story taught you that soul stones are great sources of arcane power, but it really depends on who's using it and what they're going to be using it for.
I love a man who knows his magic. Magic is really important, guys. It is bringers of life, causes of death, and that is what we are trying to limit here. I work for a sponsor, and we have been scouring the globe to make sure that dangerous items do not fall into the wrong hands. We do not want any numbskull or Joe Haberdasher walking around with a sword like a world-ending sword. That's just dangerous. That's just insane.
Oh, we're well aware.
Can I roll a history or something to just see if he fight for other like similar organizations? And I'm just trying to. I'm trying to like just confirm myself like he is on the up and up and all that stuff. So, was this history right? I said
history.
Okay. I didn't roll well. 14.
It's enough to know that if he works as clandestine as he says he does, that the disappearance of a lot of powerful artifacts is he probably has had a hand in some of them disappearing off of the market as it were. He said, "By the way, gentlemen, lady, I love what you did with the dragon mask. That was we had our eyes on that thing as soon as we found out about it. Great job, mwah." Mark of brilliance. You guys were fantastic in getting rid of that. And the big thing, I can't believe you found it, but Hazarwan, that thing was a monster. We were going to try and make an offer on that for you guys because we thought that's too dangerous for anybody.
Well,
Can
it's now.
I roll some insights on
Sure.
my friend here for 16?
Yep. Oh yeah, he's
serious.
he seems to know. Like he gives a brief description of what the Mask of the Dragon Queen would have looked like. He's like, we've only got images and descriptions of it, but
I'm actually more like, is he being genuine in his enthusiasm about the destruction
Of Hazarwan.
oh yeah, he absolutely is.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a complicated story. I mean, everyone says things are evil, but every side has two sides. Like, that sword had two really good cutting sides, and both of them sucked souls out of people's bodies.
Hawk. I've heard the stories. I loved it, but the thing was evil, man. Like you just gotta accept
Okay,
that.
agree to disagree, fine, but whatever. Some of us had a special bond with the sword, the others didn't,
Hey, before we go any further in these negotiations, I have to take the opportunity, seeing that you are, in fact, a broker of powerful magical items. We have promised our friend Hawk here that we would attempt to find him a replacement for the horrifically evil sword, and perhaps get him a sword more suited to his temperament that won't lead him in the wrong direction.
Well, I mean,
But steel is very good at killing. That's a very important quality in a sword.
sentient swords are a fickle thing because you have to deal with their personalities, and every sword is like a snowflake. They're all different.
I mentioned a few swords. I mentioned Whisper. I mentioned Dre. I whispered. How about you give us the word?
Blood Slicer? No,
What is the blood?
I'm just hoping there's one called Blood Slicer.
It's impossible to slice blood. It's a liquid.
He's got you there.
Not everything has to make sense. Some things are just beautiful because they are the way they are, and it doesn't make sense. Like my love for Horselina.
Tarek slowly turns and stares at Hawk and writes down what he just said.
Yeah, put that in the sequel.
He's taking notes.
By the way, I saw the show, Tarek. It was.
Oh, you're the one.
It was interesting. It kind of named a friend of mine. The acting was subpar.
Hey, the final show brought down the house.
Oh, that's so good.
Anyway, I moved on to different things. I moved on to the
people
sequel.
did die. That was very sad.
All right. Suffice to say, we need some fuel for the sequel, and
That's fuel. Creative Juices fuel.
Yeah.
Is the inspiration for determination and inspiration. I'll work on it. We're in development. We'll come up with a better tagline for it. But as we talk about soulstones, I wish to present a presentation to you. Lee, do the thing.
PowerPoint.
As he comes up, he hits a blue crystal on the desk, and you see these two purple and red crystals come out
Oh, this
from
is
either
quite
side,
impressive.
and creates a 3D illusion It looks like this death mask of this bust of a death mask. He's like, this unsavory individual here is a man known as Tynitus. He was a very powerful lich thousands of years
His
ago.
name rings a bell. Get it? Rings? Tynitus.
Tendonitis.
Someone on the podcast is listening.
If you get that joke, please leave a comment. Let us know that at least one person laughed at it.
At least one.
Well, there's two. Trevor's laughing pretty hard. So.
You don't get to laugh at your own jokes, Miles.
That's pretty nuts.
He was a lich, you say?
Yes, this unsavory individual tried to destroy the world. And almost got away with it if it wasn't for a bunch of heroic adventurers thousands and thousands of years ago.
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah, well, it's as world-ending events seem to happen with great frequency in these lands. So, it is with great importance that we track down the remnants of this. And now, first of all, you don't have to worry about Tynitus was destroyed. His phylactery was dissolved, and he cannot come back, so you don't have to worry about that. As long as no one uncorks a really stupid wish spell, we're fine.
Okay. Anybody planning?
Anyone? Who's
I don't have
this
wish
guy, by the way?
yet.
And he points to
Oh, he's new.
Great. He's cool.
We've had a vacancy recently. We're trying out some
Yeah, I'm
new
an
talent.
intern, really. It's,
He's an intern.
So there's no more Locian, no more impy devil-y thing.
Fortunately, Locian is out
devilly
and
thing
about. We don't know we don't know where his whereabouts right now.
Bondo, you should probably ask
And
about him later.
Skiz is doing his deals.
Doing his deals. Deals are good. Transactions are great.
Also, Skiz is still bound to Locian, so that's also troubling.
Well, I mean, technically, we don't know that Lucian's even alive.
I guess that's true.
We assume he is.
But I digress, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for reminding us that our friend might be dead and missing somewhere. Way to bring down the tone of this meeting.
You know what?
Yeah, I mean, you had that cool illusion.
Not very
I'm
balanced.
feeling bad about it.
Let's continue the presentation. Eileen, do the thing. And he hits another button, and it turns in the teeth on the stone bust actually kind of like fall out and begin to line up. It says, "Now, what Tynitus was notorious for was turning his teeth into soul gems. He made himself as a lich quite large. Each of these gems is about the size of a human. We don't have any humans here, do we?
No, we don't.
Actually, we don't have humans. Yeah, we're a very diverse cast.
I'm not a big dude, but it's a little bit bigger than my fist for the size of these gems. And
Wait, his teeth? How big was his head?
he was quite a gigantic being. He was quite apocalyptic in his stature and his abilities, if you will. But as I said, gone. Don't worry about it. We just got to deal with cleaning up the pieces left over. So his teeth were used as individual soul stones, and we've been spending the past couple of decades trying to track down the remnants of them. As soon as we get news of them, we try and collect them. Here's the hard part, is that they are difficult magical items in themselves. Very dangerous, very soul-sucky. One of those, you don't go to the afterlife, you just kind of cease to exist type of things. So here's the thing. Mormont Enterprises would like to hire Tarek and the Head Smashers to collect each of these soul stones.
How many are we talking about? Like a full set of teeth?
6. The only ones we know are left in existence are 6 of them.
Okay.
We are prepared to offer you 75,000 gold pieces for each tooth.
It's getting kind of Thanos-y.
75,000, you say?
Yes.
Bump it up to an even 100.
And why would I do that? 75,000 per gem is quite... 75,000 times 6 is quite...
Yeah, you're right. Why would you do that? Why would we do this? Why would anyone do this whole job? It's kind of
Clearly,
we're a little bored.
You're
right
coming
now,
to us
so.
because you know how good we are at what we do.
It's true.
Maybe you know that if you put us on the job, it will get completed.
Do you know who you should hire?
And
some other
I
group?
can give you a credit in the sequel.
I've already got my name in quite a few sequels. It's quite fine.
Producer credit?
How about producer credit? Now that could work.
You know what you might want to find is that other group of adventurers who has experience saving the universe from complete annihilation. Because, do you remember those guys?
No, you don't, because they don't exist. We're the only ones here. We're the only shop in town, so you're kind of screwed. So we say 100. Okay, we'll go back and forth. So we agree on 90, then no problem.
90 I can do.
Hey, see, that works. There we go.
Hold on, everybody. Mormont's, your benefactor, he intrigues me.
Yo, he's a very intriguing individual.
You can appreciate that heroes such as ourselves can't possibly not know who we're working for.
Well, you would be working for me. That's part of this whole thing, is that the benefactor, because he's acquired so many items into his vault, he does not like to put his name out there, make some kind of a target. Assassins, killy things, creatures from other dimensions want to try and take their stuff back that he's safely hidden away. So he likes to keep himself safely secured. In fact, I know his true identity, but due to a geese magic, or a Gaius magic, I cannot actually formally say his name without doing detrimental damage to myself.
Oh, it sounds like a totally nice guy.
Well, it's very paranoid about safety.
I think what Von was saying is that we less care about his identity and more about his intentions. We can't simply hand over multiple magical items of such power if we don't know how they're going to be safeguarded.
Yes.
Well, you essentially lock them in a vault and leave them there, and they're...
Yeah, can I roll insight on that?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah, I'm gonna
Doesn't anybody have a zone of truth?
do that as well. My insight is good.
Yeah, no, I believe everything he says, no matter what.
29.
Yeah, he's very sincere. He says, and we keep it in a box. We put that box in a vault, and we have our top men look after it.
Wait,
men.
what men?
Our top men.
I believe him, guys.
Okay.
Could we just destroy them on our own and then hand them over?
For some of them, for some items, yes, you can destroy them. For others, they're almost impossible to destroy. And in the case of these soul gems here, you can destroy them. There is no payment for a destroyed soul gem.
What if these have been around for thousands of years? And what is the impetus of doing this now? Why now?
Because you're the first group, I believe, who are actually got enough moxie to pull it off. You've got experience with dragons. You did that whole dealing with lich and soul sucking thing with the sword and stuff like that.
Also, I'm assuming he only started his business maybe a few years ago rather than 1,000 years ago.
Wow.
I don't know. Does he look mortal?
And, well,
You're 25.
Yeah,
This
this guy looks 25, which is bizarre.
But this is a pocket in time and space where time doesn't pass.
It means he's either not, well...
We are on a demi-plane, right?
Yeah. I would not tell you this in front of him, but it either means that he is not the original Mormont, or there's some weird magic going on here.
We're not allowed to cast in here, right?
Yeah, well, that seems. But also, yeah, that is something I see.
He says, the thing about the soul gems, though, is yes, you can destroy them. This has been learned the hard way, that every time you destroy one of the soul gems, you make the other ones stronger.
So not a good solution.
So if you have to, if circumstance says so, then yes, by all means, destroy and get rid of them. But we'd really prefer not to make the other ones stronger.
Are there more soul gems than the 6 that we're hunting for?
Just the 6 from Tyonitis are the ones we are looking for. We have some vague and some loose details of where they're last seen. In fact, I was actually brought up by some my legal team that we do a test run and see how you guys are doing.
Okay.
I believe it'll be right in your wheelhouse as well. Eileen, the thing! You see him hit another button and the red one comes forward. It's like, this is the red soul gem. Bring up my notes on that one.
Click, click.
This will...
Next slide.
This will be something in your wheelhouse. You're very good at this. The last known whereabouts we've known of this is in the lair of a red dragon named Fangorn.
Red dragon.
Yeah, we're good at dragons.
See, this is why I brought you in.
Was Fangorn a part of the Council of Dragons?
Not the council, but he was involved in that big war you had. He did fight there, and he's like, actually, we have footage of it. You see, Eileen, he's already hitting one of the crystals.
Old World War II footage.
And it's think like the Civil War footage of people like GoProing as the Hulk is like going around on the top of buildings.
Dolus is enthralled.
It is from the one of the soldiers in the Lord's Alliance army. As you see this red dragon come scorching down, and you see
Oh, look how many guys he's killing! That's so cool!
You see people like running for their lives. The smoke is As the guy kind of holds up his shield and the flames go starting across.
So this must be one of the dragons that just ran away and escaped as the cult of the dragon was falling.
He's like, oh, wait, no, this is my favorite part. As you see him go up, he flies up to Skyreach Castle, which has been laid low. You can actually see other dragons being speared and skewered by various lances from the dragon or from the giants. He actually reaches up and claws into one of the towers on Skyreach and actually collapses the tower down under more soldiers.
Whoa.
It's like, he is a bad guy. Well, look what he did to that castle. That thing is supposed to be nigh indestructible, and he just tore it. Like, that's
pretty
Tarek's
great.
eyes go a little bit wide, and he kind of says under his breath, "Oh, I'm going to kill them."
He is responsible for a lot of damage during that war, and he did escape. He did venture back to whichever lair he is calling home right now. But he is in his hoard somewhere. He is in possession of the red soul gem.
Okay. So are all 6 of these gems in separate places each, or are any of them together?
They are.
Okay.
They've been spread across history. They've had thousands of years to be spread across all the realms and all the planes. Not all of these are on the material plane, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Travel different
well,
planes.
we're going to need travel expenses for sure.
Yeah, well,
Per diem.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This is great fuel for the sequel. That way I can pick and choose.
well, let's start with the tester run first. Let's start with the tester run. Now, the last known whereabouts we heard of Fangorn was in the Dwarven lands, next near a small town named Granite Bend. Vondel, you immediately know the town of Granite Bend. It is an epic granite production quarry. All the best granite. Like there's to everyone else, there's granite, but there's like different stages of granite to you. And this is where like the premium stuff came from. Like no veins in it. The particles in the rock were just so nicely aligned. It always gave that little bit of luster when you polished it. It was some of the best stuff you could have. I was like, last we heard, he had a lair somewhere around that area, and other than that, the last we know is we tried to track him after the war, but he definitely ran for cover. You know those red dragons and their pride. They don't like to be reminded they did something bad or failed at something. So he may be a little ornery when you find him, more so than when your typical red dragon menace that even flying fire and death and magic. Here's a caveat: if you need your travel expenses covered, whatever you find in this hoard, you can just keep.
Oh.
We only want the gem. Everything else is left up to you guys.
That'll help with the costs of the production.
I think we're going to have a little tighter budget controls going forward in this group, you know. Like, we've got to have approvals process for major expenditures because...
Oh, so you're saying you'd like to be part of the next production? I've always wanted more help from you guys. I really think you guys should start pulling your weight more in the next sequel.
Wow.
I'll pass.
That's an interesting position that we'll discuss later.
You can be financial officer, Hawk.
Yeah. Yeah, I will be.
Financial panther, eh?
So he says, "Lady, gentlemen, how do these terms sound to you?"
So we go get the soul stones, we don't destroy them, we bring them back, we get a bunch of dragon hordes. And then what is going to happen to these stones? They're just going to go in a warehouse?
Yeah, we're going to put them in their each own individual box, put them in different parts in the vault.
And why do you want to do that? Why do you want to have them in your little vault?
Because seeing if some fool or some Joe Haberdasher comes along and grabs one of these gems and does something real awful with it, because in the hands of mortal people, this could be bad. You could...
So you're not mortal people then?
Well, I'm definitely mortal.
So why are we putting it in your hands then?
Well, you're not putting it in my hands. You're putting it into my sponsor's hands.
We've been
doing this. He may be. He may not be. She may be. She may not be. But we've been doing this a while, and it is for the protection of the greater good, which is after the whole dragon mask thing. We figured you guys would be on that game.
An item of supreme power to someone who we have no frame of reference for. This is a dangerous thing you're asking.
Well, they did want to acquire the dragon mask and the sword for the exact same reason, is to get it out of the hands of people who would do some serious damage with it.
I know throughout history that organizations like this have existed, and he seems quite sincere in his enthusiasm for locking this away.
Well, I'm convinced.
I mean, what else are we going to do, really?
Yeah.
Seems like this is sort of
critical to us having an adventure, and I'm kind of jonesing, you know?
I've heard enough.
Yeah, Vondel wants to see.
There's a place to go and a thing to get. Sign me up.
Yeah, Vondel wants to go further down the rabbit hole. He'll maybe betray them later.
So you're all in agreement?
Yeah.
So, which is
Yeah,
the
we-
entity that we're actually making the agreement with here? Who's the...
It would be me.
You personally?
Yes,
So we're a subcontractor.
exactly.
Okay, and then, like, if there's, like, say... You know, because just when you imagine situations that might come up, like let's say a whole town gets burned down and everyone's very mad and they all want to be paid, then you're going to pay for the town?
Well, it depends on what burned the town down.
Well, just, you know, is incidental to the mission of getting the soulstone. You know, these things do happen.
It would probably most
Occasionally
likely
people
be the giant red dragon.
accidentally chop the head off someone's daughter or something, you know?
Let me put it like this. You are free independent contractors. You can acquire them however you wish. As soon as you bring in the item, we will compensate you financially for it.
But we're on our own for the rest of the time.
Well, if you do manage to get it, you do get a dragon horde, which is pretty awesome.
Seems like you're very well equipped here. Will you provide us with some supplies we might require from time to time on our missions?
Yes, if need be, if you know exactly what you need, we'll see what we can crack out. We do have a vault, and we do have a lesser one of slightly less dangerous magical means. These will be on a rental-only basis, though.
Rental? We can't have to pay, certainly.
Well,
We're doing it for you. You're doing your work for you on your job. We're going to pay you for the fuels. I see what this is. This is like when you're like,
You don't have
could
to rent
beautiful
them.
orc, you could be a model, and then you have to buy for the pictures.
How many people here in this group are dragon slayers? Hands up, hands up.
I think I did. I can't remember.
I had to kill the dragon
Kill
bull.
a baby dragon, at least.
Counts.
Tarek would also raise his hand, I'm
Tarek,
sure.
Bondel, Pele. No.
Actually, I've never slayed a dragon. I
slayed a
never...
You never dealt the death blow.
Never
It
dealt
was
with
Tarek, Pele, and Lucian.
Right.
Yeah,
Club.
Tarek twice.
Yeah. So see, we got
Hawk.
two. The baby one doesn't count.
You got
Sorry,
one.
sorry, Hawk. The baby.
Excuse me, it counts.
Losian didn't get one. No, Losian
Yeah,
got
okay,
one.
yeah.
So it is literally everyone except.
Well, yeah.
Hawk and Mondo, yeah.
So I'm just saying, you guys have experience with going into a dragon lair and taking them down.
Yeah, we have experience.
It's true. We've done it a couple of times. We did fight an entire cult based around
We're
dragons.
very good at running into a lair, setting off all of the traps, so it's very safe.
We're
to
basically invincible, I think. Really.
See, I couldn't have asked for better people for the job then.
That's right. That's why we're so expensive and why we have so many demands. Thank you for proving our point.
Yeah. Like, Dola starts writing everything down as a writer for the future.
Yeah, thank you. This is good. I'm glad we have you here.
This is our standard contract.
Brown M&Ms.
Okay, so various magical items on an as-needed basis will be provided on
If
for
we have them.
reasonable costs, maybe, but
Rentals.
incidental expenses we bill back to the client, obviously, is our standard policy, and you'll pay us upon completion and delivery of the object.
What he said.
Tell you what, Hawk. We don't care how you get the object. Just bring the object, and if you gotta burn down a town, to me that may be the greater good for how powerful the let me show you.
Well, I don't have any problem burning down a town. My issue is the liability. Who's going to cover the damages? You know? I just don't feel like it's fair to ask us to bear that when we're on your weird mission to catch these weird teeth stones. So,
Let me show you an image from history. This is the black. This is a representation of the black soul stone in work. Eiley, the thing. He hits another gem, and another illusion of a it looks like a wall spread. Comes
Okay.
up, a painted facade. And
Interesting.
You see what appears to be a woman in long black robes holding up a black soul stone, and you can see black lines arcing down to the town, down to a town. And these lines start off very thick, and they kind of develop into almost like fine hair as you look down into the painting. And that every person in the town has a black line associated with them, and they're all in a state of writhing or in pain.
whoa! So we get to go get that? That's like a real thing that we could have in our hands?
We do that one first.
Yeah, let's go that one. That one looks real fun.
This is a lady who about 400 years ago wiped out a town of 50,000 people just by doing that.
It's like, is there any way to put that into a sword, though?
It'd be a pretty great adventure if we could take these
Okay, whatever. I'm signed up. Let's do it. Let's go.
Away.
Let me
Time to
tell
go
you,
get that
if
thing.
you did put that in a sword, we'd want it immediately and put it into a vault, put it into a box, lock it
of
up.
course. Yeah, we'll give it to you 100%. Absolutely. We'd have no trouble giving over that awesome sword.
Still very concerned about Hawk's addiction to evil swords. But nevertheless, perhaps we do share common goals.
Okay.
It sounds like we have an agreement. So we celebrate with a toast.
No, I'm not hungry, but I'd have a drink, though.
Oh, I get it. It's a blood. It's a blood. Homonym.
Sometimes it's tough to tell.
You see Eiley bring out a tray of drinks, and then he puts one on Mormont's desk. It's like, lady, gentlemen, to success!
Success.
Point.
Yes.
And don't listen to that tiny.
He says, very well. We will see for your travel. Here's the thing about the Dwarven lands. They've kind of shut off their borders. It's a little hard to get in and out of there right now. So getting I think it is directly connected to no, it is your fault. It is all your fault.
Totally our fault.
From what I understand.
It takes two to tango. Braun Vallenhammer has his fair share to hold the blame. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, really, we should have negotiated it down to you can keep doing your dragon moods, just the bad dragons, instead of like taking it away completely.
Oh yeah, they are pissed off about that.
Out of character. Well, in character too.
Well, I imagine they are no longer following that that contract as they are withdrawn from
from the Accords,
from the Accords. Yeah, they have smashed
the Feyan Accords.
Yeah.
Well, we could ask him to
Fake
dragons.
So let me know when you guys are ready to go. If you need a place in Baldur's Gate to stay, we can hook you up with some arrangements. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. Is essentially what I'm saying. I've got business and other groups to attend to.
All right.
We have the delivery shipment dock in the back for when you're ready to drop off the goods.
Hey, do we know where we're going, though? Like, the direction to go?
I
know Grand Bend.
Grand Bend, okay, great.
Is it possible that you guys could look after the wormlings for us?
The wormlings? Oh, you mean your little black dragon friends? Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah,
they're small, they're harmless, no problem.
It's expensive though. Those things are great. They're almost like an endless stomach.
Right.
That's true. They need
Well, we're gonna have a horde after this, so I'm sure we could pay you. We could like catch up to arrears after this, and then continue paying you ongoing words from the horde.
Well, hold on, wait, what? Why don't they, this is just another cost of doing the chores, We go on these soulstones.
I'm just asking. I don't know how convenient it'll be or easy it'll be to bring
in the best
two
interest.
wormlings
So
into a dungeon.
But I mean, you need us to be as mobile as possible, do you not?
Oh yes.
So I think this would be just a sort of, as Hawk said, a cost of doing business.
Yeah, it's really just...
Otherwise, we'll be hamstrung.
Unavoidable, really. There's nothing we can do. You just have to pay it. Sorry.
This will be better for the mission, I think.
In the spirit of good negotiation, we'll do it.
See, there we go.
Nailed it.
Man, half of adventuring is like just negotiation.
Truer point has never been said, my friend. Truer point. So, you guys will be off on your adventure, off to the Dwarven lands, and just ring the bell and come around the back when you're ready.
All right. Tarek and the Head Smashers are back on the road. Sequel. And Tarek just points and starts walking out.
Yeah. Jump up in the air and cast levitate and just hold the frame.
you guys got to go. I got more meetings coming.
Okay. Oh, jeez. All right. Fine. I'm taking this drink with me. Right.
You're more than welcome to. Complimentary. As you guys come back out of the office, again, very busy, very packed. Again, more parcels are being shipped to and fro. People with clipboards and various other paper stacks just walking around.
Selena is looking fabulous. You guys did a great job. You even got her hindquarters just perfect. Oh, this is amazing.
Thank you, sir. I must understand we are attending to the needs of your dragonlings, sir.
Yep.
News travels fast.
Temporarily, we shall board them here.
Very good, sir.
Just watch out. Sometimes they spit acid at you, and it's
and
cute.
just a quick note, we're also teaching them about balance and the philosophy of neutrality. So if you could just read to them every morning for a couple hours.
Taylor hands them like a scroll case. Here's the scroll case. I want you to read this to them.
We're also trying to Ferberize them.
In Draconic.
You see it. He takes the pen. Like, very good. This is not our first teaching of young dragonlings, sir. They are in excellent hands.
Really?
Okay, great.
We came to the right place.
Oh, man, this is like
Totally
a
come
boarding
back
school.
for them. 100% for real. Yes.
I'm coming back for these dragons for sure. I have like another interaction with them to animal hand and tame these dragons.
All right.
It's 11 this time.
11. They seem that it seems like the travel has been disorienting to them. They've had a lot for a day.
Yeah, they're cranky dragons.
They're not acid spitty, but that glossy shine is back on. They're frothing a little bit of acid at the side of their mouth. They look okay. It just looks like travel is giving them some.
What are they saying?
Calm down, little
To-
dragon.
Like, what are they
they don't-
expressing?
they
Because
don't-
I can understand, like, their hisses and
They're just
everything.
now they don't have like a vocabulary yet.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I can speak to anything living and be understood by it. That's what
If
turning
it has a spoken language,
Yeah.
though, isn't it?
They do, but it'd be like talking to like an infant. It's like they don't. Yeah, they.
Is that hot?
when-
Oh no, yeah. I guess they do have to be able to understand the language.
You understand Draconic,
in
but
the
they're
corner.
still they've just been hatched maybe like a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay.
So
They're pissed.
Yeah,
They're fairly dumb.
their ability to
Deanna Troy's useless.
I sense they're agitated.
This is their hostility.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
That's some
sense
great
anger.
negotiating help.
Good thing you're on the bridge.
wasting the valuable spot.
Sense
From
of
tackling.
Reggie aren't to be trusted.
So you
Chief
guys,
O'Brien, we're going to transport down. Oh, never mind. We just did it from the bridge.
as the valet looks at you and says, "By the way, sir, I believe that there is a small dwarven contingency inside Baldur's Gate. If you wish to attempt to try and get some travel papers, the dwarves have been rather stingy in who they let into the lands."
Oh, we should at least try to do it the right way.
And if not, I could possibly be the parlay to actually get some papers for us because they may recognize you potentially. This is a possibility.
Oh, I like the way you think, new guy.
But it also might be. They also,
job,
me
rookie.
being there might also be a bad news for this negotiation.
Well,
You being there, but you're a dwarf.
Yeah, but I'm also maybe a famous dwarf that
People
is
don't like
enemy
Infamous?
to the state, possibly.
What?
Well, because they closed their borders after our interactions
Huh.
with Braunville.
I guess so, yeah.
But
Oh, man.
there's always a way.
yeah, I'm not quite.
Oh, it's like you're Gene Hackman and he's Will Smith. Enemy of the state.
I prefer Bad Boys too.
This shit just got real. All right, you guys, we can call it there. Or do you guys want
Yeah,
to
it's
do
like
paper
10-2.
stuff? Yeah, it's 10-2.
Yeah, it's 10-2.
All right.
Yeah, we'll call it there, I think.
So, for next week, traveling into Dwarven lands, trying to track down a red dragon.
Papers, please.
Sounds good.
You should make us play that indie game, Papers,
Papers,
Please.
Please.
To get us the papers.
Through the kiosk.
No
Your
ticket.
German is very good.
Mine is better. But welcome back to Season 3, guys. Good start. And that is it.